security strategies have been fully deployed. So far, we have arrested 107 suspects for their involvement in various acts of lawlessness. One of them has been granted bail, leaving 106 who are currently being processed and will be taken through the due process of the law.
ACP Grace Akrofi is a PRO of the Ghana Police Service. President-elect John Mahama, during Wednesday's inauguration of the Joint Transition Team, appeared to disagree with President Kufuor's assertion that the economy has returned to the pre-COVID era of growth. President Kufuor had expressed optimism about the economy bouncing back during the event at the Accra International Conference Center. My colleague Maxwell Akbagba was there and reports.
Let me first of all welcome you.
In his speech, President Kufuor said for the first time Ghana has a female vice president. It is something the people must be proud of. President-elect John Mahama said the Joint Transition Team is going to work together in the interest of Ghana for a seamless transition.
We can be sure that our democracy is safe and that working together across bipartisan lines we can continue to deepen and consolidate that democracy.
Later at the Accra International Conference Center, there was the inauguration of the Joint Transition Team. In his speech, President Kufuor said the economy has returned to the pre-COVID era of growth, expressing confidence that the economy is back to what it was like in his first term.
President-elect, Your Excellency, you'll be happy to learn that the Minister of Finance has just informed me on my way here that the third quarter results of the economy has been established, growth of 7.2%, making an average rate of the growth of the first 3 quarters at 6.3%. We are indeed back to the pre-COVID era of growth in my first term.
But President-elect John Mahama seemingly disagreed with the president, urging the Joint Transition Team to work with a modest budget considering the current economic situation.
We call on the transition team to work expeditiously and within a modest budget, given the prevailing economic circumstances. Even though Mr. President seems to strike a very upbeat tone on recent numbers, I'm sure the transition team would establish that.
President-elect John Mahama ending Maxwell Akbagba's report. And before we go, Asante Akim North MP Andy Apiakubi has blamed President Kufuor for the MPP's defeat in the just-ended elections. He spoke with Raymond Akwa on Upfronts.
The blame will go by extension because he refused to listen to us even when we saw reality and we tried to communicate to him. He wouldn't take anything of that sort. He was too recalcitrant. That is how come we are blaming him. He didn't do enough to help Dr. Bolmia because if you listen to your own MPs, come on, it is not one person who was speaking. We are doing the advocacy for more than 96 members of parliament then. So are you saying that all of us reason right? It is not a case that one person was saying something which was uncalled for. We have written our resolution. And because we didn't have opportunity, we wanted to air it for him to hear. And you will not listen to any one of us, all of us put together. So that's how far we can blame him for that. Now, you see, the deterioration started from there.
That was Andy Apiakubi, Asante Akim North MP. With that, we end the news at 6. I am Hannah Odame. There's more when you log on to myjoyonline.com. Darok Howe comes up next with business on the Super Morning Show.
Hello everyone, I'm Hannah Friye, the Health and Safety Manager of Total Energies Ghana. I want to remind you of the importance of road safety, especially as the festive season draws closer. Road accidents don't just happen, they are caused. Reckless driving, overspeeding, and poor vehicle maintenance are some of the leading causes during this period. Here are a few tips to keep you safe. Always ensure your vehicle is in good condition before traveling. Please wear your seatbelt and avoid distractions like using your phone whilst driving. Let's commit to responsible behavior on the road this season. Remember, safety starts from you. Safety for me, for you, and for all. Afishapa.
Are you a female entrepreneur, young business owner, agribusiness, fintech, or agri-tech venture? This one's for you. We see your need for funding for your business, and we believe that your story matters. So in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, Absa is offering you collateral-free loans of up to 1 million Ghana cedis at 10% interest rate per annum. We've already pumped over 1.3 billion cedis into over 6,000 businesses. Yours is next. Visit our SME project office, your nearest Absa branch, or head to absa.com.gh. Your story matters. Absa.
Your preferred retirement partner, Apex Trustee, offers you an unmatched pension administration service that guarantees a cheerful life of retirement for both formal and informal sector workers. Our Progress Occupational Pension Scheme, the Progress Provident Fund Scheme, and the Progress Personal Pension Scheme will help you achieve financial peace of mind during retirement. Apex Trustee provides employer-sponsored schemes, including staff welfare schemes, seeking to outsource the day-to-day administration of their second-tier occupational pension and third-tier Provident Fund schemes. Start the quality lifestyle journey you envisage for your retirement now. Call us on 0504 368048 or 0256 793330. Apex Trustee, a joyous retirement begins here.
Dear Chatwo, a son say your bushing and yes from Quintino. You can say ye pep student, you didn't also a can your money home.
Hey, wohu, we could hear wo, no he wole, was shre, nana no ne, wakeba.
Hey, ampo, Odinda so, Imamenae, and Fanny, dear. One so bet to me to dinga to President Busia Park no so. But we busia who buy more who do, for we need to to a bear will not come to President Busia Park. FDA, Jetty and Crato Yatumu.
In every corner of Africa, there are stories waiting to unfold. Stories of strength and wisdom woven through time, teaching the next generation, igniting the flame of knowledge, embracing tradition, nurturing dreams, and building legacies. These are the heroines who inspire generations because W Initiative empowers women to take control and be the architect of their future.
Being part of their legacy, the W Initiative is searching for 100 African women who have inspired their communities. Visit powerof100.thewcommunity.com to nominate African women who deserve recognition. Your nomination counts. Access more than banking.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling. Wow. Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
SG Ghana Visa card, SG all the way. Oh, what fun to get cash back on your Visa card. Oh, SG Ghana Visa card, SG all the way. Use your SG Visa card and get some money back.
From now to 31st December 2024, get cash back each time you use your SG Ghana Visa card to make payments when shopping, buying fuel, making payments online, or using a POS terminal. It's simple. Shop and get cash back only with SG Ghana Visa card. Use your SG Ghana Visa card or get one today. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
You see, you've infected me now.
Yeah. Today is what, the 12th?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are there already.
There's a song like that, right? On the 12th day of Christmas, I say. Or when do you start counting? The first day, second day, third day, fourth?
12. Wait, let me even remember what is on 12. 12 what? Dancers dancing.
That is
11 lords are leaping. 10. Charlie, I don't know. I don't remember the shopping.
10
no,
Giza.
six Giza Lane.
Okay.
10,
Let me not mislead.
Please don't.
10 Pipers Piping.
Are you sure?
No.
And 9 what?
Is the 9 the Pipers?
9 Bankus banking. 8 watches watching.
Oh, wow.
7 swans are swimming. I remember that one. 6 geese are laying.
Yeah.
5 gold.
That's my favorite part of the song.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah. Oh, you people in your Christmas wahala.
Anyways.
Yeah?
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Good.
Yes. And so yesterday, quite nice to see the 2 presidents, outgoing and incoming, being nice to each other, even though they still seemed to disagree on whether the economy has, bounced back or not.
To pre-COVID levels?
Yes, has it gone back to pre-COVID levels? You were here before COVID.
That's what the numbers point to. So
okay, all right.
But I mean, the reality for Ghanaians, if you ask them, maybe you're not feeling it at all.
Yeah.
So there's always that disconnect between the numbers and what the situation is like on the ground, right?
Besides, I mean, I think what they were talking about were growth numbers, right? The growth of the economy has gone back to the rate that at which it was growing before COVID.
In fact,
but it doesn't mean that the whole economy is back to pre-COVID, because I mean the price of things haven't gone back to pre-COVID levels. We are not earning what we were earning before COVID. All the other things that make up an economy are not back to pre-COVID levels. And it's our growth.
I just wanted to point out, I mean, yesterday the third quarter GDP estimates were released. We saw 7.2% growth. But the issue there is when you speak to the economists, the sectors we're seeing growth are not sectors that, like the growth is not broad-based. And so you're not feeling the impact. Like the growth is being witnessed in the mining and quarrying subsectors. But that is not translating the livelihoods of the people, and so they can't connect. So yeah.
Anyway, listen, another thing, we're going to have a very important conversation today. We want to review the electoral processes. We've got some 2 very, very good guests to help us with that. So I'll tell you about that later. But yeah, we're going to have an intellectual review of it, to just sit back and think, how can we re-engineer our elections for better outcomes next time? And when I say outcomes, I mean in terms of the processes, not the results, the processes, right?
I think it's an important conversation to have, especially in the face of technology, right? I mean, some of the processes, I mean, for instance, with the collation of the results, just took so long.
Too long.
Frustrating a lot of people.
Anyway, we'll get into that later. Right now, though, the 6 a.m. news comes to you thanks to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters, which brings us smoothly to the Joy Business Report. Brought to you by Omnibasic Bank at your service and Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. Trumpets!
Hi, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, President-elect John Mahama wants International Monetary Fund program renegotiations to be guided by proposals to reset the economy. Also coming up, despite impressive growth rate of 7.2% recorded in the third quarter of this year, economist Professor Patrick Isumi points out the real sector of the economy has not seen any growth yet. Also, Ghana Union of Traders Association begins processes to strategically position its women to take advantage of the proposed Women's Development Bank by the Mahama administration. Details coming up. Thanks for being with us. My name is Darryl Kwao. Hello to our friends listening from Kufuor on KTU Radio. President-elect John Mahama has revealed that he will be pushing for early engagement with the IMF and World Bank over plans to renegotiate current programs with the country's development partners. He hinted that the discussions will be guided by proposals to reset the economy. The president-elect disclosed this during a meeting with the UN resident coordinator in Accra.
Looking at the existing programs, we need to tweak them to meet the realities of today to do so. believe we've had discussions with the World Bank and the IMF already, and we look to an early engagement so that we can continue to be on the same page. Of course, in the campaign, several, promises been made, and we need to look at what the reality is in terms of sitting together and seeing what the way forward is. Of course, one of our main concerns, and I think we've expressed it to you several times, is the issue of the humps in the debt repayments, and it's something we need to see how we can smooth it so that we don't default again. That would be more catastrophic than this current default.
All right, that was President-elect John Mahama. Ghana is still classified as a high debt distress country. This tag could be removed after 2028. This is despite the significant progress by government in restructuring debts owed creditors. Here's George Affe.
This revelation was captured in the latest report issued by the IMF about Ghana's performance under the fund program. It was this report that was submitted to the IMF board that led to some $360 million released to Ghana after it passed the test review earlier this year. It was the expectation that this classification will be removed very soon, as government had announced that it was about 90% through when it comes to restructuring the debt owed both the domestic and the external creditors. But the IMF, in the report on Ghana, argues that the country still has this tag due to the near-term breach of the debt sustainability analysis threshold. However, the fund has revealed that Ghana will reach that moderate risk of debt distress by 2028, when at that time all those targets set by the fund has been met when it comes to restructuring its debt. It is not clear for now how this classification would impact on the country's finances going forward and the cost of any fresh borrowings.
George Affe with that report. Now, government statistician Professor Samuel Kobnenim has stressed the need for government to address challenges affecting some macroeconomic indicators of the economy. According to him, the continuous growth of the economy should reflect employment creation in the country. He was addressing the press where he announced the third quarter GDP figure for 2024, which hit 7.2%.
I think it's very, very important in terms of how we interpret this 7.2%. We've clearly indicated that the mining and quarrying subsector was the major driver for the 7.2% growth rate that we saw in the third quarter of 2024. The mining and quarrying subsector grew by 17.1%. So for us to be thinking about the employment effect of the growth rate, the first question would be how many people are being absorbed by the mining and quarrying subsector. Another subsector that grew was information and communication, that grew by 17.1%. It would also demand a response to that same question in terms of the employability of the information and communication subsector. Other three subsectors that grew were crops, manufacturing, and construction. So these five subsectors contributed to the 7.2% growth rate.
Government statistician Professor Samuel Kobnenim, well, despite the impressive growth rate of 7.2% recorded in the third quarter of this year, economist Professor Patrick Isumin has pointed out that the breakdown of the figures shows that some critical subsectors of agriculture are not receiving the required investment for job creation and food security. The services sector continues to be the largest of the Ghanaian economy with a share of 42.9% of GDP. This is followed by industry with 32.6%, whilst agriculture has 24.5%. Professor Suming is worried the agri sector recorded the least growth rate.
The headline growth number looks so impressive, but many Ghanaians will tell you have no idea what's going on here, because many Ghanaians will tell you they don't feel it in their pocket. And one of the reasons is that agri has really struggled, in particular crop sector. And I'm sure you know in the lead up to this period, we've seen food prices continue to rise. So I think when sectors like that are not doing great, it really affects it affects so many Ghanaians. So, and I think that's what we have to pay attention to. Agri still needs a lot of investment, especially food production. Cocoa contracted again. Note that in the first quarter, cocoa contracted by 20.2%. In the second quarter, it contracted by 26% or so. And this quarter again, cocoa has contracted again.
You heard economist Professor Patrick Isumin. Still on agriculture, the Chamber of Agri-business Ghana is calling for strategic policies and investments to cushion smallholder farmers. Reacting to the latest GDP figures, the CEO, Anthony Morrison, said government's commitment to the agri sector in recent times is not encouraging.
Becoming an import-driven agriculture sector economy, which doesn't spell well. We need to be increasing our budgetary allocation towards the agriculture sector. Population growth is projected upward annually. So that means that we have to put in a lot. If you have a family of 3 and you've added 3 more children, you need to increase your food bill in the house. You can't be doing less and expect that the children or the family should be eating the same 3 square meal a day. No. If you look at data also from the Nutrition and the World Food Program, it says clearly more than 1.1 million people goes to sleep every night without food. So gradually we are gravitating towards a situation where we really need to be very deliberate our agriculture sector and food finance of investment and deliberate strategic policies to be implemented by the new government.
That was Chief Executive of the Chamber of Agri-business Ghana, Anthony Morrison. Now, the Ghana Union of Traders Association says it will strategically position its women to take advantage of the proposed Women's Development Bank by the incoming Mahama administration. Guta believes if the proposed Women's Development Bank is well executed, it will go a long way to support the sustenance of women-led businesses, which will propel growth in the informal sector. Here's President Joseph Obeng.
They have to. They are women, and they have to take advantage. In fact, if you look at the very informal sector of the economy, is dominated by women, and they also propel the growth because they are the key distributive sectors of the economy, which drives even industrialization. So it's very important that women folk are taken care of, and so. Any such fund that is created, and of course, should be subsidized also, and especially given to them as a grant, so that they can also start. Most of us have lost capital due to the fall of the city, and so we have to make a deliberate effort to create this fund for our women, and we are very grateful for the women's bank that have been proposed, but it should be done well, and that's why we always say that we are going to work with any government, and that the most important thing for government to also to recognize is to have a continuous stakeholder engagement with us.
President of Guta, Dr. Joseph Obeng there. Now, wondering what the Securities and Exchange Commission is doing to curb investor-related fraud. Let's hear from Director General Reverend Daniel Ogbamitete on today's edition of Investor Eye.
So we're just trying to use all means to clamp down on such people. We have come up with an initiative to create what we call the Securities Fraud Committee that will bring all the players in the law enforcement and the regulators in the digital space, so that we can rely on each other to clamp down on the activities of these fraudsters who are just scamming people all over the place.
And that's it for the Joy Business Report this morning. Before we go a look at the markets for you, let's begin with the commodity market. Crude oil went up from yesterday's trading. Marginally, is going for $73 a barrel. Gold lost $5, selling at $2,712 an ounce. Cocoa also trading at $10,577 a ton. On the currency market, the dollar going for 16 cedis, 20 pesos. That's what the Forex bureaus are offering their clients. The British pound, 20 cedis, 20 pesos. The euro, 17 cedis. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. The Super Morning Show continues with Kojo Yankson and the team. And I bet he's got a Christmas carol for
I have. I've got a Christmas song by Ariana Grande.
All right.
Yeah. The boys picked it. It's nice. They be mum.
Okay.
And
what's the song?
It's called Santa Tell Me.
Santa Tell.
Santa should tell her something. Tell her something before she dies. Anyway.
Okay.
So here it is. Santa Tell Me. And by the way, I think, should I do it tomorrow or today?
What do you want to do?
I want to. Hey, what did I just press? The song is not. There's no longer.
Jojo, come and save the day, please.
Please, we beg.
Please come and save the day.
Something has happened to the thing, and instead of it playing, it's doing something through Orchard. Okay, wait.
Found it? Got it?
Nope. No.
Okay.
No.
Well, we might just sing on the first day of Christmas. Whilst we would, what you have sent to me, a partridge in the pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me two French hens.
You have mixed up all your farm animals.
5 gold, 4 coins,
2 turtle doves.
2 turtle doves.
2 turtle doves.
And a partridge in the pear tree.
Right. On the third
day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
3 French
hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in the pear tree.
On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love
sent to me
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in the pear tree. So far, only poultry. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 gold rings.
Santa is ready.
4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves,
and a partridge in a pear
tree. Right, here it is.
Santa, tell me if you're really there.
You good?
I'm alright. I see that today's entry into the burger wardrobe challenge is giving.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway,
Why is he looking at me like that? Where have you been?
I've been around, post election 2024. The body has been tired. So it's Sunsumpe. So Hunama Emre. Yeah, so I took some time off, but I am back. Which means that I've missed all of you, and so decided to join you today. And because over the weekend I'll be going to my farm. All of you who have been calling me.
There was a special request.
You want a
for the family party in the park. There was a request that came through.
We hear Winston is in talks with Parks and Gardens for them to dig a pit.
Why people have been? Yeah, I know people have been requesting, pigs. Don't worry.
There's a special stand. They are asking for you to have a special stand this year.
Oh, this year, yes. I have actually earmarked a very big one.
Okay.
There shall be a sacrifice.
Don't run out, Don't run out.
Run out of? Oh no, that one is a very good one. The female pigs taste better than the male ones.
Hey. So it's 26th of December.
Yes.
At the Ebri Botanical Gardens.
Yes, there'll be the pork stand.
Another family party in the park.
Manned by yours truly.
Nice one.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're in the northern region listening to us on Bishara Radio, Radio Justice, Might FM, Okita One, Sabuba FM, we thank you for choosing Joy. There's more coming up until 10 o'clock on the Super Morning Show. And right now...
Let's get into our Drive Safe campaign, brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality. So our tip today says expect other drivers to make mistakes. And, part of being a defensive driver is not trusting that other drivers aren't distracted or know how to drive defensively. When coming to an intersection, always watch other drivers to make sure they actually come to a complete stop when they're supposed to before you proceed. That's our tip for today.
All right, let's learn how to say it right now, which is brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either. I say either.
It's Thursday. Welcome to today's election-themed edition of Say It Right. Now, repeat after me. Polling station. Polling station. P-O-L-L-I-N-G. Polling station. Not pulling station. It's an O, not a U. Today's Say It Right is for everyone, especially my colleague journalists who sometimes say pulling station when they mean polling station. Interestingly, the word poll has Germanic origins. It originally meant head. Poll later made its way into the English language sometime in the 13th century when it was used to describe the process of counting heads during a vote. Today, it simply means the collection and collation of votes. It has absolutely nothing to do with pulling, which means to exert force on something or someone to make it move towards yourself. So now you know, and if I want to take a poll, I bet we would all say it right.
There you go. It's polling, not pulling.
I don't know why people say polling station.
And it's so many people. Many people. Anyway. All right, let's get into the news review. And it's brought to us this morning by Syntex Tank, Air Strong, Air Tough, and Access Bank, more than banking.
All right, we'll begin with the Daily Graphic newspaper. It's got a picture of President Kufuor and the President-elect John Dramani Mahama on the front page. Both gentlemen in a handshake. It says government will fully support transitional process. President Kufuor assures. We will renegotiate IMF World Bank deals. President-elect Mahama says. Return official vehicles by January 3rd, 2025. Kufuor directs appointees. And economy grows 7.2% in the third quarter. Also, NPP calls on stakeholders to condemn post-election violence. On page 13 about the economy, because yesterday the president said we've returned to pre-pandemic era in terms of where we stand. And it says Ghana's economy grew.
In relation to growth.
Exactly. The economy grew by 7.2% year on year in the third quarter of this year compared to 2.2% recorded in the same period last year. That's according to the Ghana Statistical Service. The growth is the strongest since pre-pandemic levels, with the last comparable performance being a 9.1% expansion in the second quarter of 2019. The industrial sector recorded the highest real GDP growth of 10.4% year on year, followed by the services sector at 6.4%, while the agriculture sector recorded a growth rate of 3.2%.
Wait, did they say that they are the 7.2 that we've achieved is the same as the 9.1 that we achieved in the third quarter before COVID?
No.
So this was just being compared to last year.
It's not the same. So last year around this time it was 2.2.
That was really
it's
low.
An indication that you're going back to the pre-COVID-19 levels.
Okay.
And so it compares to the 9.1.
But that's what I asked. I asked that, are they saying that the 7.2 compares to the 9.1 pre-COVID?
Yes.
And you said no.
That's what he compares it to. Like the 9.1 is actually an indication, because you're looking at 2.2. If you get to 2019, you're looking at 9.1. And so 7.2, far better than 2.2. So,
but still not 9.1.
Still not 9.1, yes. Right.
But we're sort of on our way back to pre-COVID level.
Well,
we've turned the corner.
It's not necessarily saying we're on. The president says we are at those levels because he looks at these figures and says, okay, and also in truth, if you look at pre-COVID levels, we're growing around 7% on the average, and so he can look at it and say, okay, we're getting there. But we've been through this before. Post COVID-19, by 2021, when we grew by 5.4%, we're all over the place, telling the whole world that contrary to global growth rate of say 2-3%, we were growing at 5.4%, an indication that we're doing well. And then by the following year, we started growing lower than that. Let's hasten slowly. Okay, we're always in a hurry to say we've done this, we've done that. Unfortunately, sometimes nothing to show.
Two stories on the back page of the graphic. One is about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They've handed over a renovated and equipped boys' dormitory and kitchen to the Tamale Nyoheni Children's Home, located in the northern regional capital, Tamale. And then the Ghana Armed Forces also raising concerns over recent attempts by the public to disarm military personnel deployed on authorized duty to support the Ghana Police Service in maintaining law and order nationwide. So GAF has cautioned the public against such actions, emphasizing that military personnel have the right to protect themselves, innocent civilians, and property.
So you saw the video, right? That particular video that was making the rounds during the election of a man in a sort of white-colored shirt squaring up to a couple of soldiers.
The two guys, the two military guys.
Right. And one of them had a phone sort of recording what was happening. This guy was squaring up to them. He got intimidating, pushed one of them, he slapped him, and then the guy slapped the guy back, the soldier back. And then these two soldiers grabbed him, and then it all got quite messy, and the public were getting involved and trying to stop one guy from, one soldier from raising his gun and all of that. It was messy. It could have gone very, very, very bad. Because I keep saying that soldiers are not trained in customer service. That's not their training. In fact, I suspect that those soldiers might actually get in trouble when they get back for even allowing a civilian to slap them back. Not that it's right for a soldier to slap a civilian. It's not right.
But that's not like this is not how they are trained. They are not trained to be nice and polite and
Oh,
friendly.
but Kojo, I still maintain. I mean, once they add you to the task force and you are
then
out there and
suddenly
you're dealing with
you forget your
civilians,
training?
oh, I'm sure they'll give you some basic training before you go out there. I mean, this is not like
they're not. Soldiers are
you are not
programmed.
out there in Ukraine or you are
Listen,
not in
soldiers are programmed.
Lebanon or some.
It is something that you have never experienced. Programming. What we get is education, training. Soldiers get programming. They have to have their minds changed to become a person that can kill. You have to have your actual mind changed. So a seminar cannot undo all of the programming that the military has put in your head so that suddenly you can do customer service.
Well, the programming you talk about is also such that they are programmed to attack external aggression. So part of their programming is that they serve the people of Ghana. And so there are instances you've seen soldiers get out there and would actually advise people and walk away. Not every soldier comes out and the first thing he does is to hit you. That's there. Part of their programming is that you are in to protect the nation Ghana, these people, against external aggression. You're not in there to actually beat the very people that you're supposed to protect. I can understand that, soldiers are trained to kill and all of that, but hey, they also know that they must kill external aggression. And that's why they are sometimes, why are they taking on peacekeeping? Sometimes when it becomes very necessary to maintain peace, they're taking there. And many of them go to these areas. They don't go killing. Anyway, there's a story on the front page of the Daily Graphic that I'm interested in because it talks about President Mahama says they'll renegotiate IMF
the World Bank deals, yeah.
Yes, and that's important because, look, this government went into the IMF deal not willing to engage in expenditure cuts. They went there seeking to increase revenue generation. And so what we may have seen over the period, even though the government indicated they had cut down salaries by some 30%, fuel coupons and all of that, the key aspect of the deal was on increased revenue generation. What a lot of the experts have said was that, why don't you consider expenditure cuts? Because this is a period that people are struggling. But if you see you're looking at revenue generation, so you saw the taxes and everything. Now, once you're talking about removing e-levy, which the last time gave us over 1 billion Ghana cedis, you're going to scrap the betting tax and other things. You'd have to look at expenditure cuts. So it would be important, for instance, to renegotiate the deal. Having said that also, I still submit that in this country called Ghana, as far back as 2014, some investigations by GRA indicated that we lost some 36 billion Ghana cedis at our ports alone. 36 billion. In fact, it continues that under invoicing amounted to a loss of some 25 billion Ghana cedis. This is not a country that doesn't have money. Unfortunately, the people taxed with the collection of money sometimes don't collect it. I've had instances where people have seen, companies that have not paid their taxes, but the very people who are expected to go for the taxes go there, and the company that owes sometimes in excess of 15 million ends up paying 400,000 to the states.
Now, you see, if this is about a renegotiation with the IMF, I think we all know that with the IMF, the currency you bring is your credibility, right? If you come to them and say, I will do this, or I intend to do that, and they sit with you and agree on the ways in which it's to be done, then it becomes your task of carrying it out. And currently, if this new government sees that there are new ways, there are other ways of raising revenue, and that's what this government has agreed to is, not the best way forward, and they want to come and renegotiate the deal, they have to understand that it will still come back to the same old credibility, right? Now, the MPP, when they came in 2016, they renegotiated with the IMF. right? They came up with different, and they even ended up coming out of it earlier than intended.
They actually extended it by a year.
Oh, no, you're right. Yes, actually, they came out of it later than intended, right? So things change. But, Charlie, we already have a hole. We already have a big hole, and we've spoken to these external creditors and agreed with them that we will pay them in 2 years' time. Okay. But
what do you have with the new?
That's right.
That's for Eurobond January.
What
precisely?
I think what you
where is
have
the money to pay
with a new government as we have it, or a president-elect, is goodwill. There are a lot of people who willing to have conversations with you.
We're going to be paying, the Eurobond in January. That's something I'm sure the funds are available. They will pay that. But going forward, in every government and what it intends to do, so you have a deal with the IMF. You can now go and say, I want to reduce expenditure. So if you're going to reduce expenditure, some of the tax measures or revenue measures must be scrapped. And around this time, you need the stability. And that's why I agree with those who say that you need a finance minister like Seth Terkper. One who can get things done. He's been there before. He knows how to do it. He would do everything for you. Say in 2 years, then he hands over. Because by that time, trust me, if you have a Seth Terkper, you're not going to spend anyhow. You go according to what you say.
Yeah, because we know that when the NDC went out of government, he was one of the people that they mentioned that he would not allow you to do.
No, nobody even that. You're blaming somebody. You say, but meanwhile, you say, they didn't create jobs. Why? When they are doing all the things they didn't some of them create jobs? Anyway, let's go to the Daily Guide.
I wonder though, will he pick Seth Terkper? Or does he have other people in mind?
I don't know. Even if I knew, I won't say. The Daily Guide for this morning says, Roman father congratulates Mahama CSOs, commend IGP's anti-violence strategy, don't retain state cars, Akufo-Addo to appointees. You use the car to work. Why do you want to keep the car?
Because they are Ghanaians.
We are Ghanaians.
And that is the life we have all, become accustomed to.
No, I'm happy that, because you see, if you keep these cars, then people start looking for you. And I'm happy that some of the presidential staffers have started, handing over the vehicles.
I'm surprised that this is even a directive. It should be common sense.
You need to tell them.
Reverse illegal declarations, NPP to EC. You have my support for smooth transition. Nanado tells Mahama. And Mahama should invest in youth football, as at the back page. The Finder says,
ex-MPRA CEO advocates for pension reforms. Economy records 7.2% growth, and we've talked about it. CBG secures historic 350 million Ghana cedis capital for Casapreco PLC.
Let's go for the online news review then.
The online review now brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goil Good Energy, Goil Yanara India. Mahama to renegotiate IMF World Bank deals is on myjournal9.com. Don't take the people's mandate for granted, Domolevu to Mahama. And something happened there. Let's see what's on citynewsroom.com. Deliver on promises, leave a legacy of accountability, Domolevu to Mahama. It seems he said a lot of things. That's on citynewsroom.com. And on CNN this morning, Syrians celebrate fall of Assad as Israel and Turkey strike military targets. All right, let's do the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. And Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For over 60 years, Good Energy has served you top quality fuels. Goil brings you Super XP for a smooth ride. It is available in Goil stations nationwide. Goil Super XP is fortified with special additives which help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Goil Super XP is quality fuel, the ideal choice for most vehicles. Energize your ride with Goil Super XP. Wufilia, huh? Wufefi. Good energy. Joy
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Enhance your business operations with the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer. You can print, copy and scan up to 19 pages per minute with high quality mobile scans or customizable shortcuts in the HP Smart app that delivers effortless use from wherever you work so you can focus on growing your business. Take advantage of its Wi-Fi direct printing and intuitive touchscreen, which are both designed to simplify your day. With the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer, experience fast and easy setups and improved overall printing efficiency with a 20,000 page duty cycle built to keep you and your business secure and moving forward with embedded security that is pre-configured out of the box to detect and stop attacks. The HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer is available at all Kompu Ghana stores. Visit kompugana.com or call 0302-752-020 for more information.
In September, 17-year-old Achille Soa in Teshimami, along with 461,000 others, will sit for their final SHS exams. When the exams are over, Achille will be the ringleader of the celebration. Powder flying, signatures, and "I was here some" scrawled on every surface. But when her results are released mid-December, she may not be part of the 30% who would gain university admission. But what if there was another way for Achille to go to university like she always dreamed? Introducing Pathway by ALX. Your access to global universities, scholarships, and funding opportunities. Go to www.alxafrica.com to learn more. ALX, do hard things.
Life's questions can be tough, but the answers don't have to be. At Blueprint DNA, we provide accurate paternity and DNA testing, giving you the clarity and peace of mind you deserve.
Whether it's for legal matters, travel, or simply finding out the truth, we are here to guide you in every step of the way.
Visit us at blueprintdna.org or call our consultants today on 0547 113 957.
Blueprint DNA,
your trusted experts in paternity and DNA testing. We are available nationwide.
This is Newsday on the BBC World Service.
This is the BBC World Service with Stephen Coates taking you to the Morse Code World Championships.
In an internet-connected world, Morse code, the alphabet of dots and dashes, might now feel from a different era. I'm meeting some of the people who are keeping the code alive.
Morse Code, ready to transmit. Today at 9:30 and 21 GMT. At 8:30 GMT, Business Daily.
Today we're looking at graphene 20 years on. It was once hailed as a wonder material that would transform industry. We speak to the people working with it and find out who's winning the global race to commercialise it.
Now we return to Newsday. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello, you're listening to Newsday on the BBC World Service with James Copnell and Victoria Wonhunda. Great to have you with us.
Opposition lawmakers build support for a second impeachment attempt on Saturday as the South Korean president defends his brief imposition of martial law next week. We'll get a reaction from one opposition MP.
I'm very disappointed. He's decided to fight against people, a very defiant speech against democracy.
We'll also go live to South Korea as police launch a second attempt to raid the presidential office.
The new Islamist authorities in Syria say that they will close the notoriously harsh prisons run by President Assad as they attempt to bring stability. We'll be going live to Damascus.
We'll hear about the pressure on Manchester City as they've lost 7 of their last 10 games. That's in our sports.
Also have business and other stories, but first, the bulletin of the world news.
Hello, I'm Neil Nunes with the BBC News. South Korea's president has been defending his brief imposition of martial law last week as opposition lawmakers make a second attempt to impeach him. In a televised address, Yoon Sung-yeol defiantly declared he would fight to the end. From Seoul, Jean Mackenzie reports.
In a rambling speech, the president repeated many of the same claims he'd used on the night he imposed martial law, that the opposition party was dangerous and that by seizing control, he'd been trying to protect the public and defend democracy. Mr. Yoon's party had been hoping to convince him to resign early. Now, the party leader, Han Dong-hoon, has said it is time for MPs to remove him from office in Saturday's impeachment proceedings after they boycotted the previous vote. Whatever happens, the president isn't going without a fight.
The new Islamist authorities in Syria say they plan to close the notorious prisons run by the ousted President Bashar al-Assad and dissolve his security forces. Barbara Platasha is in Damascus.
Syria was one of the most oppressive police states in the Middle East under the Assad regime, so the fate of prisoners and prisons themselves is a key focus now that the regime has fallen, and the HTS leader has acknowledged that, which is why he has said that those notorious prisons will be shut down. That is an important announcement to families still looking for the missing. He also said that those who had tortured and executed detainees would be hunted down. There would be no pardons for them. He was asking other countries to send them back here to Syria if they could be found.
The U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is due to arrive in the Middle East as part of Washington's diplomatic response to the fall of the Assad regime. Our State Department correspondent Tom Bateman reports.
Washington is rolling out a rapid diplomatic operation trying to influence what comes next in Syria. The US wants to build consensus from key Arab and Muslim allies in the region for its demands on Damascus, saying the US will only recognize a government that is inclusive of Syria's sectarian and religious makeup, that doesn't threaten the country's neighbors, and that destroys any unconventional weapons stocks. Mr. Blinken will then travel to Turkey. The hand of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has been strengthened dramatically in Syria because Turkish-backed armed groups long shared strategic opposition to the Assad regime with the Islamist group HTS that has taken control.
Maori leaders in New Zealand have urged King Charles to intervene in the politics of their country as they confront a conservative government accused of watering down indigenous rights. Representatives of some 80 Maori tribes have signed a letter appealing to the monarch's sense of justice. World News from the BBC. Australia is to create new rules to force major tech companies to pay media companies for news republished on their sites. The news bargaining incentive will put pressure on global tech giants that earn more than $160 million a year to pay publishers for content or face millions of dollars more in taxes. Mexico's Congress has approved a constitutional reform making it the latest country to ban the production, distribution and sale of electronic cigarettes, including disposable vapes. The new law also bans the illegal use of fentanyl, the drug associated with the opioid epidemic in the United States. A law criminalizing the recreational use of cannabis comes into effect in Japan today, amid concerns about increasing drug use among young people. The new law will make using the drug punishable with a prison sentence of up to 7 years. The UK's National Weather and Climate Service, the Met Office, says it expects global temperatures to drop slightly next year. 2025 is still likely to be one of the 3 warmest years on record, as Jonah Fisher now explains.
The world is getting steadily hotter, and largely driven by the burning of fossil fuels, it's expected that this year will be the first time the global average is more than 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels. But that's not to say every year will necessarily be hotter still. This year's measurements were boosted by El Niño, a recurring phenomenon whereby warm surface water in the Pacific leads to higher global temperatures. This particular El Niño has now come to an end, so the Met Office predicts that 2025 will be slightly cooler, but still one of the 3 hottest years on record.
BBC World News.
When you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh you go work, but you know it's out in your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out in your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I live for you. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
I am Wahinere Gifty. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan, and this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms. Invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and receive a monthly income for the perfect retirement. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit www.oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Obrapa Ahotonkwa.
Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
Have you ever thought one click could expose your data, or a simple message could drain money from your Momo account? In today's digital age, information is power and protecting it is essential. At Academic City, our MSc in cybersecurity equips you to code, shield, and excel, providing the expertise to protect data and defend against cyber threats. Apply now for our January 2025 intake. Visit act.edu.gh or call 0262 693870 to secure your future. Academic City, educating future-ready leaders.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Ho, ho, ho. Love it, love it, love it. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM.
Okay, I think I feel the Christmas now.
Yeah, now it's coming in,
I feel the Christmas.
Yes. That's right.
I feel the Christmas with all the Christmas questions
and the Christmas cost.
You see, that you have to answer at home every now and then. Oh my goodness! And yesterday I was listening to you people about the Christmas tree and all of that.
Oh, Charlie.
Well, mine has
the
been
retrieval of Christmas tree.
Mine has been fixed actually.
Has it?
Oh, yeah, it has.
Yeah.
It has. The young man tried turning it on and said, "Daddy, I went to turn it and it shocked me."
Oh.
So I would try it again.
Nana Kafra, swallow lies. All right, listen. Today on the Super Morning Show, we're very, very, very interested in what's happening with the transition process. Yesterday, it was quite nice to behold.
The blame will go by extension because he refused to listen to us even when we saw reality and we tried to communicate to him. He wouldn't take anything of that sort. He was too recalcitrant. That is how come we're blaming him. He didn't do enough to help Dr. Baumia because if you listen to your own MPs, come on, it is not one person who was speaking. We're doing the advocacy for more than 96 members of parliament then. So are you saying that all of us putting reason right?
Right, this is what Apia Kubi, current MP but outgoing.
Yes, outgoing.
For I remember his constituency.
Asante Achem North.
Asante Achem North. Thank you for that. He was talking about why they lost. Right? Mm-hmm. Why they lost. And very interesting analysis there. But this is what I was talking about, the transition process that kicked off yesterday.
Let me first of all welcome you very, very warmly. I want particularly to congratulate our historic lady, the first female vice president in our history. To say, madam, well done, and all of us are wishing you the very best of luck. You've become a trailblazer for lots of women, and it's an important step that has been taken. Also, take the opportunity to reassure the Ghanaian people of our determination to work together to ensure the seamless transfer of power and to continue to work together to deepen and consolidate democratic governance in our country.
Democracy, and Ghana is the winner after the electoral process. We think that on the day, despite all the anxieties people had, Ghana has successfully done it once again. And so we can be sure that our democracy is safe and that working together across bipartisan lines we can continue to deepen and consolidate that democracy.
Yeah, so that was yesterday at Jubilee House when the outgoing and incoming presidents were in a meeting, short meeting, just before the inauguration of the transition team. And of course, already the transition team has started work and are raising questions about, in particular, a payment that is due a company that did business with ECG, some $250,000. And they are actually $250 million, right? It's 240 million. So yes, almost $250 million. And this is the moment when the spokesperson for the transition team told us all about it.
There were a few issues that came up that generated some discussion. Amongst them was the worrying issue of last-minute recruitments and payments. I'm sure you have heard of various last-minute, rather irregular recruitments in some ministries, departments, and agencies. Bank of Ghana, GRA, the Ministry of Interior, and what have you. We need to place on record that these recruitments, especially regarding the time that they are being made, would have severe fiscal implications for the incoming government. They amount to imposing personnel on the incoming government. And the NDC side of the transition team made it clear that we thought that a broader consultation ought to be had on this, especially because it is the incoming government that will bear responsibility, first of all, for finding money and paying these people, and also working with them.
Yeah. So, already some intrigue coming through as the transition team settles in to start work. Recruitment, that's also quite an issue being raised there, that there are some last minute jobs being given, and the new government feels, well, I mean, it's not quite fair for them to be saddled with, recruitment decisions made by an outgoing government that they would then have to fund and, be obliged to stick to, right? And then, of course, there's the issue of that $240 million payment.
Yes, I mean, there is a lot of questions. At this point in time, when you're, an incoming government, you want to be sure that everything that is done right. But of course, it should also be stated that governance is a continuous process. Once there is no suspicion of foul play, or there's no suspicion of, some attempt to siphon money, I do not see anything wrong with paying your debtors. If you owe, you must pay. Now, at what point did the ECG contract these people? When was the contract signed, and why is it necessary to pay at this point in time? What were the payment plans that were agreed on at the time that the contract was signed? All of these things must be seen. So if the contract at the time it was signed had payment plans, and payment payment is due around this time, you cannot say just because we are in a transition period, I don't have to pay. But if the payment is not due and you're in a hurry to pay, that raises concern for me to suspect you. Why do you want to pay at this time? So fine, there is the need at this point to go through and make sure that everything that is being done is the right thing. No need to hasten. Just take your time. Okay, because if you're in a hurry, it actually would suggest to me that you have something to hide. Don't be in a hurry. Show evidence, and we're good to go.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with the fact that governance is continuous, right? So just because we have a president-elect who has not taken office yet does not mean that things will come to a halt until he takes over. I think that's why the two sides are talking. That's why they are being briefed. So whatever the sitting president gets is, the president-elect also gets. Let's both sides go through it and then see where we are and also move. I think we should also be careful going out with every information, everything that we see, and raise it, as though it were like a big issue. Because we've seen.
I don't know whether that was how it was raised. I don't know. I mean, it seemed like he was telling us what they only started yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like he was telling us what has happened so far, right? I quite like that. I mean, I don't know, maybe our views will differ on this, but I quite like to have more information than I need, right? Rather than for someone to be picking and choosing what I should know. And then something important might be slipped past me, you see.
My caution is that what we are seeing is actually not new. So people would take us back to 2016, for instance, and they will tell you that it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the norm, but we want the information. We want to hear what's going on. Also today on the Super Morning Show, we're having a big conversation about the electoral processes. Can we re-engineer our electoral processes to make them more efficient? Can we? We have the best voices to help us with that. Stay tuned for that and more.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, 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 joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show. Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
All right, Ghana, get ready for the biggest giveaway from Syntex Tank. Syntex is going to 15 communities to give them free water. Just to say thank you, Ghana, for making them number one. And they are number one. First to introduce the double layer tanks. First to introduce the inner white layers. And of course, Syntex tanks come in so many colors. So, when it's not Syntex, forget about it. Now, if you're a community or you're in a community and you want to benefit from the Syntex free water giveaway, just find their social media handles. They are at Syntex Ghana and nominate your community. The more times you nominate, the better the chances of them coming. So remember, it's SINTEX, Syntex Tank. Not be any tank, be tank. The correct tank be Syntex Tank. Syntex Tank, are you strong? Are you tough?
And Total Energy is kicking off the holiday spirit with the Bronya Lube special. It's on till the 31st of January 2025. They are spreading some festive cheer. So swing by Liberation Road, Tesano Dakuman, Link Road, Sakumono, Farah Avenue, Oxford Street, Community One Stadium, and Apramudo Total Energy's service stations. Here's what you do when you get there. Change your oil and get a free elite car wash to keep your ride sparkling. It's like giving your car a holiday makeover. So while preparing to hit the road, make sure your vehicle is ready for the festivities. For more details and updates, visit totalenergiesgh.com or just follow them on social media. Facebook at Total Energies Ghana, X former Twitter is at Total Energies GH, and Instagram at Total Energies GH.
So, Coach, which bank in Ghana is always at your service?
Omni-Basic.
Which bank is ready to assist you with your 24-hour state-of-the-art contact center?
Omni-Basic.
Which bank is Ghana's fastest growing corporate bank and bank of the year 2023?
Omni-Basic.
Now, at Omni-Basic, we're always at your service, so call us on 0307086000 or 0302758555 or 0800 100 790 on toll free, or visit any of our branches nationwide to open an Omni-Basic bank account today and enjoy exceptional customer service. Omni-Basic at your service.
All right, now don't forget, it's that time of the year when you have to be setting up your planning meetings and your board sessions and your staff retreats, and there really is only one venue. It's Safari Valley Resort. Think of the green, serene environment, the accessibility, the meeting room capacity, the flow and layout of space, the room flexibility, the quality of equipment, the staff, and of course, the first-class catering services. It's got to be Safari Valley Resort as your first choice. Call them on 0596 914 394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer to nature.
Now get ready to experience the joy, peace, and love that Christmas comes with. It is time to reconnect with family and friends as we continue to strengthen our bond. Join us as we celebrate an Afrocentric Christmas at the MTN Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols 2024. On the bill are Kwampa, Perez Music, Joe Metal Efia, and Kiddy. Come and experience Christmas like never before on the 20th of December 2024 at the Grand Arena Accra International Conference Center. Gates open at 6 p.m. prompt. Be there or be square. This event is strictly by invitation. Come, sit back, enjoy your favorite carols, and let's stay connected everywhere you go.
So, it's that time of the year again when we're all thinking of what to get for our families, friends, and loved ones, especially when everything is now so expensive. However, if you have a Societe Generale Ghana Visa card, then things are about to get amazing for you. In the next couple of weeks, SG Ghana is giving you cash back every time you shop with your SG Ghana Visa card from now till the 31st of December 2024. Use your SG Ghana Visa card to make payments at your favorite supermarket retail shop, to buy fuel, pay online, or anywhere with a Visa POS terminal, and get a percentage of what you spent paid back to you. It's really that simple and amazing. Get ready to spend some more, because SG Ghana is giving you cash back. Use your SG Ghana Visa card today and receive cash back all through this festive season. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
All right, don't forget the Kingdom Books and Stationery Furniture promotion continues till the end of December. You get up to 15% off in all of their shops. Any shop, just go there, you get it. Also on kingdomstoreonline.com, the discounts are waiting for you. Hurry while stock lasts. If you want to know more, just call 0501 620 810 or 0302 764 101 or email info@kingdomdh.com. Kingdom Books and Stationery, where quality and affordability are both assured. Terms and conditions apply.
Now get ready for an unforgettable shopping experience as Melcom proudly opens its brand new store at the Accra Mall. Mark your calendars from 5 p.m. today, Thursday, 12th of December to Sunday, 15th December 2024. Come and enjoy a massive 20% discount. You heard that right. It's 20% discount. Exclusive deals that will make your holiday shopping even merrier. But that's not all. Joining us to make the occasion even more electrifying is Ghana's sensational hip life superstar Kwakye. So don't miss your chance to catch him live, bringing his vibes to the grand opening. Whether you are shopping for yourself, your family, or preparing for the holidays, the new Melcom at Accra Mall is the place to be. Melcom, where Ghana shops. Remember, terms and conditions apply. See you there.
All right, well...
Any thinking over treating yourself to something special? Well, planning a quick getaway or maybe surprising someone you love? Whatever the moment, Stanbic Bank Visa cards are here to help you say yes. Give us a call on 0302-815-789. Find us on social media at Stanbic Bank GH or visit stanbicbank.com.gh. Stanbic Bank Visa cards, making Black Friday deals and holiday magic even better.
All right, mums, the news you've all been waiting for, your favorite Cerelac now comes in a new variant with the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins and minerals, and it's only 2 Ghana cedis per sachet. It's the new Cerelac wheat and maize. To prepare the new Cerelac wheat and maize, just add milk. In fact, Cerelac milk. Cerelac, care for them. Count on us. This advert is FDA approved. All right, birthdays, sports, and more coming up on the Super Morning Show, including Uncle Ebo White. Don't miss a moment of it.
The other day, I visited Kwaku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244-308-111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Come on, come on, good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling. Good job. The new Cerelac wheat and maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac wheat and maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Christmas we highway no so be shit. That experience ne bogus be back room. Uni dollar menu ya be come hon here DSTV. If you say this Christmas DSTV is giving. It's giving live soccer or super sports analysis to prevent any biases. It's giving Ghanaian content to Aquaba Magic a vibe. Now Korano so can dive into the Nickelodeon channels. A whole safe with the parental control. And you fast ne do DSTV. This Christmas is giving the best in entertainment on DSTV. Grab a DSTV decoder or reconnect to your existing subscription and be entertained. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
All right, birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Not forgetting Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. All right, then. Whose birthday is it today?
I think I've got one here. Let me see. This one says, happy birthday to you, Vayram Keme Dudufuli. You're 6 years today. Goodness,
Such a
peace,
lovely name.
and mercy shall always follow you. Remain blessed from your mom and Valike. And the final one that I've got here, let me see, says that happy birthday to Kwabna Tremanting of Mary Mother of Good Counsel School. You're 7 years today from your father, Cosmas Tremanting.
This one says, kindly wish Francisca Otuo Echampong, aka Franca Pounds of Ga East Municipal Hospital Labor Ward, a happy birthday on behalf of all the family. We bless God for her life. Okay, so aka Franca Pounds, happy birthday.
This one says, happy birthday to my wife, a virtuous woman, Mrs. Dorothy Boache Dankwa. You are amazing. You surpass them all with your love, care, and support for the family. May the Lord elevate you and multiply the works of your hands always. It's from your husband, Jerry Boache Dankwa, and the kids, Jessica, Jerry Jr., and Joel. It's a JJ family, eh?
Yep.
All right, well, that's it for birthdays. Oh, I think there was one more here. Did we do this one? Kwabena Cheramanting of Mary Mother of Good Counsel School. You are 7 years old today.
Oh, we've done it. I've done it.
Fantastic. Then we didn't lose anyone. We didn't leave anyone out. We're happy with that. Okay, then, the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank. We're here for good. And if it's football you want, DSTV has got it all. Yeah, it's all on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live in HD. This season promises to be exciting. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
So, folks, just imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. I mean, picture your rooftop transform into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more, because with Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we're not just offering loans, we're offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following lines: 0501535789 or 0501535790 and then 0244674154. Let's start a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dream shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And get ready for a game changer SMEs. We're introducing Yellow Biz, our new multi-service bundle with everything you need for smarter business solutions. This all-in-one package consists of 4G plus router with 10 gigabytes of free data, Microsoft Office 365, genuine Microsoft applications, WebWiz, a customized business website for your business, also Unicom Service. That's a unified business communication solution for your virtual call center, IVR, and conferencing needs. All for a very good deal you don't want to miss. With MTN Yellow Biz, your business will gain access to advanced productivity tools, a powerful online presence, and superior customers experience to optimize your operations. To stay ahead of competition, call 100 or 0244 308 111 or email mtnbusiness.gh at mtn.com, or just visit mtn.com.gh/business or any MTN office for your yellow biz, and stay connected everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. Fentuo, good morning.
Good morning, Mama V. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well.
Nice.
Good morning to the rest of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Centre with me, Fentuo, Tahiru Fentuo. Coming up.
Yamal, oh, beautiful ball, Torres, it's in, brutal from Barcelona on the counter-attack, Dortmund on their knees, Barcelona all smiles.
Yeah, Ferran Torres, he scored a brace to steer Barcelona to a thrilling win over Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League, but Manchester City's hopes of securing automatic run of 16th spot are in danger after last night's defeat to Juventus. Also in this bulletin.
This is Williams. Williams! Just too good for Livakovic. Blink and you miss it stuff from Iñaki Williams, and Istanbul largely silenced by that.
Yeah, he was the star man last night, Iñaki Williams, as he scored twice to fire Athletic Club to a massive win over Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce in the Europa League. We have more of all of these stories in the next 10 minutes, but let's begin at home as usual, and the conversation post the 2024 election among sports fans has centered on who becomes the next sports minister in the incoming John Mahama administration. Many names have been thrown around, but one man who's been there, done that, is outgoing Odododiodio MP Edwin Ni Lante van der Poy. The 59-year-old held the position between 2015 and 2017 in the first term of the president-elect John Mahama. Van der Poy is appealing to the former president to make him sports minister again so he can bring sanity to Ghana football.
If I become the Minister of Sports in 2025, I will sanitize sports, GF. I will sanitize football once again. There are so many things wrong with our football, and unless we take bold steps to sanitize the system and take decisions that will inure to the benefit of the people who are doing football and the footballers, and not businessmen and Shylocks, football will not grow. The people who play the game, the people who invest their money, the people who invest their time in football should enjoy football, not people who sit behind and turn footballers and then people who do football like poultry, chicken, and then they only, anytime they desire to have them, they pick them up and then do their stew, their soup, and enjoy themselves. No, it won't happen. I've been a footballer before. I've been a sportsman before. I will fight against anybody who desire to exploit any sportsman.
That's Edwin Ni Lante van der Poy there. He was speaking a few weeks to the elections, and now they've won the elections. We'll wait to see whether he gets his wish. Meanwhile, former Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah is also urging John Mahama to invest in youth football in his next government.
You have to be professional, whether you will do it or not. You have to keep it in mind, because you never know what will happen. At the moment, I have a contract with Sudan and I am working with them. As a professional, you don't jump to conclusions because you never know what the future holds.
So that's Kwesi Appiah there, rather talking about whether he is interested in becoming the next Black Stars coach. That voice on Mahama and the need for him to invest in the in youth football in the next government. We'll bring it to you in later bulletins. Moving on though, Albert Amoah and Issa Yakubu, they scored 2 first half goals to give the Black Galaxies a 2-0 win over Togo yesterday in Lome. The game was a friendly match that formed part of Ghana's preparations for the 2024 Chan Tournament playoff games against Nigeria. And still on national team news, the Ghana Under-17 women's national team will commence their WAFU B Girls Cup campaign this afternoon against Benin. The game will be played at the Ghana Man Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram Pram and will kick off at 3 p.m. Black Ladies head coach Joe Nana Adakwa is hopeful his team will emerge victorious.
As of now, I don't know much about them, but we are coming to play the tournament. So as the tournament starts, we will know how everything plays. So we will be ready for any match. Meanwhile, we are playing tomorrow But without knowing them, we are going to perform well and take the 3-1.
That's the Ghana under 17 girls head coach Nana Joe Adakwa. Now, ahead of this weekend Super Clash, Kotoko have confirmed the signing of former striker Kwame Opoku on a 2.5-year deal as a free agent. But the 25-year-old cannot play for the Porcupine Warriors because he's got to sort out his international clearance. He scored 7 goals in 16 games in the 2020-21 season before he left for Algeria mid-campaign. And still on Kotoko, though, their head coach, Prosper Ogum, he says his team is ready for Sunday's game against House of Oak at the Babaya Sports Stadium.
The mentality at training with the boys, technical staff, everybody is very positive. We are very poised. Tactically, we are approaching the game based on how we've seen them play, especially in their away games. But then, if you look at games between Kotoko and House of Oak, normally the dynamics are different. So what I want to tell you is that we are very hopeful as a technical staff.
Prosper Nate Ogum is head coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Now, last night, Antoine Griezmann, he scored twice as Atletico Madrid claimed a 10th win in a row in all competitions with a comfortable 3-1 home victory over Slovan Bratislava in the UEFA Champions League. The win means Diego Simeone's side moved up to 10th on the table with 12 points from 6 matches. In Turin, Dusan Vlahovic and Weston McKennie, they scored to lead Juventus to a 2-0 win over Manchester City, serving a major blow to the English champions and their hopes of clinching a top 8 spot. City, who lifted the Champions League trophy in 2023, continued a poor run of form which has brought only 1 victory in their last 10 games across all competitions. But their manager, Pep Guardiola, is defiant about his team's fortunes.
We are the best. I love my team, the way we play, and the result is not going to convince me the opposite.
From your perspective, is this the biggest challenge of your managerial career?
My biggest challenge is when they give me an opportunity to be a manager and get results to continue to work. If I would miss the big challenge in the first season, the second season, I would not be here. So what happened, that is life. It happened.
Pep Guardiola remaining philosophical about his team's current predicament. But there were no such problems for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka, he once again proved the catalyst for them as his double helped secure a 3-0 home victory over AS Monaco that has now put the Gunners in sight of the Champions League knockout stages. Ghana's Thomas Partey excelled again at right back for the Gunners, while Mohamed Salisu also featured for AS Monaco. Now, defender William Saliba, he wants Arsenal to go unbeaten for the rest of the season.
Yeah, of course. When we start the season, we want to win trophies. And of course, we are unbeaten at home this season. We have to keep going like that. And yeah, let's continue like that. And I hope we will be unbeaten until the end of the season.
William Saliba, Arsenal defender. In other games, substitute Ferran Torres scored twice, including an 85th minute winner as Barcelona earned a hard-fought 3-2 victory against Dortmund in Germany to move them to the brink of qualification. In the Europa League, Ghanaian forward Inaki Williams scored twice for Athletic Bilbao in their 2-0 victory over Fenerbahce yesterday in Istanbul. Williams now has 4 goals in 6 Europa League games. The victory is Bilbao's 5th of the competition, elevating them to the summit of the table with 16 points. Meanwhile, Fenerbahce, they are struggling. They're down in 15th with 8 points and are in danger of failing to secure an automatic spot in the knockout stages. Jose Mourinho in a bit of trouble there in Turkey. Before we go though, yesterday Saudi Arabia was officially confirmed as host of the Men's World Cup in 2034. A virtual meeting of FIFA's Congress on Wednesday rubber-stamped the kingdom's bid to host the tournament. The same meeting ratified Spain, Portugal and Morocco as co-hosts for the 2030 tournament, which will also stage the opening 3 matches in Uruguay, Argentina and Paraguay to mark the World Cup's centenary year. So lots of things happening as far as the FIFA World Cup is concerned. So 2026 will be hosted by 3 countries: USA, Canada and Mexico. Then 2030 will be hosted by 3 more countries: Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. And then 2034.
That one.
We'll
That's
go
the
to
controversial
Saudi
one.
Arabia.
Yeah, because people are raising human rights issues.
They did same with the Qatar World Cup,
Oh,
but
yes.
it turned out to be the best World Cup FIFA's ever hosted.
Well, but some people
The
have
West
said,
is bleeding as we speak.
hopefully because the conversation is on, it will get them to correct a few things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, that's not to say there are
hoping
not issues. It's just I think what people are very concerned about is just the hypocrisy of the West, because they've got their own issues, and yet every time the competition is going to a country in the Gulf, they suddenly find their voices. You understand?
Yeah, you're
and they
right,
want to force their own standards onto the people. They, completely ignoring that there are cultural differences.
Yeah.
So the Qatar World Cup, they raised major issues about alcohol consumption and gay rights issues, and Germany went to the World Cup in Qatar and they wore the rainbow, armbands, and it created all kinds of issues. They got kicked out of the World Cup in the group stage, and people said good riddance. And then they said no alcohol consumption. Then they created avenues where you could consume the alcohol.
Often the world understands. I think
That's
world
the
in
point,
general
though, because
understands.
people vacation in those places and you don't drink alcohol. Because somebody was like, okay, the football match is 90 minutes. And that's literally where you cannot drink the alcohol because they have a law banning alcohol consumption in public, right? But they created fan packs. You can drink alcohol there. You can drink alcohol in your hotel. So they just said, for those 90 minutes, don't drink alcohol. And you want the World Cup to be moved away from there for that reason. You can't stay 90 minutes without alcohol.
Yeah, Fentio, let's bring Uncle Ebo in because, we've missed him. We couldn't have food for thought on Monday, for obvious reasons. So, Uncle Ebo, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How have you been? Did you vote?
Oh, yes, I did. Nice. I voted, and I'm glad I did. And my voting was very easy. I went to the polling station at 2:30.
Okay.
And then asked, where is the queue? And the guy said, you are the queue. Hi, Fentio.
Hi, Uncle. How are you?
90 minutes without alcohol.
They can't take it. They must riot because of that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but Fentio, you are aware that you are promised to attend the festival still stands.
Yes, please. After the show, I'll call you.
No, after the show, you will not call Uncle Ebo because Samson has taught me something, and I think we should all learn to do it. Okay. So, Uncle Ebo, he will not call you. He can't even reach you. Food for Thought is brought to us by Roverman Productions. Wow. Be the difference. Uncle Ebo is getting ready for the Festival of Plays, which Fentio will attend.
Wow.
But it's not because he has called Uncle Ebo. It's because we're supporting.
I asked you, Mama V, to send an article to Uncle Ebo.
I did.
And you did not.
I did. Fentio, we are here for food for thoughts, Uncle. Uncle Ebo. Hey, do we still have Uncle Ebo with us? Jojo, I can't hear Uncle O. Okay, Uncle Ebo with food for thoughts. I think we just lost him, but we're going to connect with him for food for thought, which is brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. So the festival season is on. Fentio is going to run us through. Okay, Uncle.
Yes.
It looks like Uncle is back. Hello, Uncle.
Yes. Hello. I'm gorgeous. Yes. I miss you guys.
Yes, briefly. I was just going to say that Fentio. No, I was saying Fentio will not call you, but he will attend the festival.
I was only calling about my article that you didn't send to him.
No, I sent it to him. He's received it.
Sorry.
Fentio.
Uncle Ebo.
90 minutes with alcohol.
The people cannot handle it. you should title a play like that.
Oh, gorgeous. Did the election surprise you?
Yes, absolutely. First of all, I think the margin by which the president-elect, that sort of win was very unexpected. And you talk to people within the party itself, the margin was not something that they expected. So that was a big surprise.
I was surprised by the turnout.
Oh, the low turnout?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I
Okay.
was expecting that a lot more people would have gone out to vote. So it says a lot about maybe the state of minds of Ghanaians with regard to governance. Because,
Right.
I mean, why would you not want to go out and vote? Like Uncle Bo said, the longest anybody lasted at a polling station is probably like 5 to 10 minutes, right?
I spent like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was really smooth. So it's not like people hated queues or there were long queues and people didn't want. It was smooth. It was easy, and you just needed to just get out of the house and you would have voted.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So.
Yeah, Uncle.
Fento, have you ever stood for elections before?
No, please, not even in primary school. The thing is that the people, my math is not good, so.
I have.
Did you win?
And gorgeous, how did it go?
It was excellent.
We won.
Yeah, normally they will have boys perfect and girls perfect.
Yes.
But I became more like the boys perfect because I got more votes.
Oh wow!
But I was still the girls perfect.
Oh,
but I was
wow.
supposed to be the perfect because of the votes that I got.
Wow, that's amazing.
This was secondary school.
Yeah, I have a story. It's not nice. I was going to see off my friend during vetting, but when one of the teachers saw me and he said, "Hey, are you also coming for the vetting?" I said, "No, please." He said, "Better."
Oh, but that teacher should hear you now and realize that he was wrong about you.
Yes, please. He was wrong. Sir, you were wrong. He's listening.
Also, gorgeous, you won with a massive vote.
Yes, I did.
Then you should understand this kind of results.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I'm talking about the festival the elections this morning.
Okay.
But if you are listening to us, my festival of plays comes on this from 24th.
Yeah.
Gorgeous will give you the details, and the idea is for you to reward people with a ticket to the festival, and you will not regret you did. The 2024 general elections have taken place. The Electoral Commissioner has declared the results, and Ghana has chosen a new president in the former president, His Excellency John Mahama. This morning, I bring you the winners and losers of election 2024. Here we go. Winner number 1, John Mahama. It is nice to be able to say that the former president is going to be the next president. President John Mahama's victory shows the importance of keeping the democratic process going. 4 years ago, when he lost for the second time to Nana Akufo-Addo, he could have rejected the results and called his supporters onto the streets and caused mayhem. If he had done that, the whole democratic process would have been disrupted, and there would not have been elections this year. But because he allowed the process to go on, today he is legitimately and peacefully elected president again, making history as the first former president to make a successful comeback after losing power. I congratulate President John Mahama for his victory. It is well deserved. Winner number 2, Dr. Bawumia. The other winner of the elections is Dr. Bawumia, the losing candidate. He may have lost his bid to be president, but he won big time with his concession speech. By conceding defeat within 24 hours of the elections and way ahead of the official release of the results, Dr. Bawumia spared this nation a lot of tension and uncertainty and removed any room for conflict and for chaos. He has shown himself to be a true patriot and one who is willing to put the national interest ahead of his own personal interest. In his concession speech, Dr. Bawumia has arguably done more for Ghana than anything else he has done for Ghana as vice president. That concession speech has enhanced the image of Ghana and deepened our democratic credentials. That speech has boosted investor confidence in Ghana and would eventually help the economy to attract foreign investment. It takes a lot of courage to do what Dr. Bawumia did, and I applaud him. And if you do not think that his concession speech made any difference, then I invite you to check out the confusion and the tension in the cases of the 9 constituencies that the electoral commissioner had to leave out in her declaration of the official results. Winner number 3, the EC. The third winners in the 2024 election are Mrs. Jean Mensah and her entire team at the Electoral Commission. This election was well organized. The commission was quick to back down from its decision to limit the number of journalists permitted to access collating centers to 8. By backing down, the commission made it possible for the elections to be seen as transparent, and that made it easy for people to accept the results of the elections. The commission won again by setting up a lot of polling stations. This ensured that the queues at the stations were not long, and the process was smooth and easy. To Mrs. Mensah and her entire team, Ayiko. Winner number 4, the IGP and the security services. The IGP, Dr. Dampare, headed the security task force for the elections, and he and his team did a great job. Although there were a few cases of trouble, the vigilance of the security forces generally forestalled a lot of potential violent situations. Winner number 5, the media. I was fascinated and impressed with the multimedia Broadcasting Corporation's coverage of the elections. The company's use of the latest technology and the number of correspondents this media house deployed across the country were impressive and comprehensive. The Multimedia Broadcasting Corporation's coverage was massive and around the clock. And this platform was only one of several media houses to cover the elections. The vigilance of the media and the regular updates ensured that there was very little room for cheating. The media in this election justified its tag as a watchdog of society. Winner number 6, the voters. The voters did not just vote, but in many places they protected the votes as well. The vigilance of ordinary citizens went a long way to ensure that the elections reflected the will of the people. And finally, winner number 7, Ghana. Over and above every other winner in this election is Ghana. Ghana won big time. Leading up to the election, some foreign media reported that West Africa was a troubled region and that the Ghanaian economy was at its worst. They were therefore expecting violence and confusion. Instead, Ghana gave them peace and maturity in our electoral process. Once again, Ghana has left those who wanted to say negative things to say about the nation dumbfounded. Let no one take the peaceful elections we have had for granted. Things could have been different. The violence and confusion we saw in some of the troubled constituencies were signs of what could have been. So those are my winners at the 2024 general elections. Were there any losers? Of course there were, and here they are. 1, those who did not vote. 2, those who wanted to foment trouble. 3, those who wanted to have negative things to say about Ghana, and may they continue to lose. I wish the incoming Mahama administration all the best. Mr. President-elect, as you recognized in your acceptance speech, the task ahead of you is daunting, but you are no stranger to overcoming challenges. And to Dr. Bawumia, please don't give up the dream. Remember that apart from JJ, no president of Ghana under the 4th Republic has become president without having to try 2 or 3 times. I thank God for sparing this nation once again. And may God continue to preserve the life of President John Mahama and give him the wisdom and the courage to turn the fortunes of Ghana around. And gorgeous. That's my presentation for this morning.
And we thank you for it. We love you, Uncle Ibo. Thank you so much for Food for Thoughts.
You're welcome. And I echo to you and the team. It was fascinating watching you guys.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support.
And I was delighted with the guys playing with the new toys. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, multimedia, well done.
Thank you. This was intense. We appreciate Uncle Ibo. Uncle Ibo is back on Monday for Food for Thoughts. But I'll tell you about the Festival of Place and how you can grab a ticket for yourself and someone as a gift. It's 8 o'clock, which means we have to bring you the Business Minutes.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bengana. We stand with you, Anointed Engineering Services, the Generator Experts, and Pinnacle Life Insurance, more for your smile. President-elect John Mahama has revealed that he will be pushing for an early engagement with the IMF and World Bank, who have plans to renegotiate current programs. Ghana is still classified as a high-debt distressed country. This star could be removed after 2028, despite the significant progress by government in restructuring debts owed creditors. Although Ghana recorded an impressive growth rate of 7.2% in the third quarter of the year, economist Professor Patrick Isuming has said the breakdown of figures shows that some critical subsectors of agriculture are still not receiving the required investment. Electric car firm Tesla has pushed the UK government to make petrol car drivers pay more. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Engineering Services, the Generator Experts, and Pinnacle Life Insurance. More for your smile.
Super Morning Show.
Chapeau, I think combo to you. Wait for Joy 99.7 FM.
This festive season, receive all your remittances through EcoBank's remittance services. Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, Rapid Transfer, UnityLink. EcoBank has branches nationwide, and no matter where your money is from, you can receive it directly into your account, safely and very fast. Merry Christmas. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Life's questions can be tough, but the answers don't have to be. At Blueprint DNA, we provide accurate paternity and DNA testing, giving you the clarity and peace of mind you deserve.
Whether it's for legal matters, travel, or simply finding out the truth, we are here to guide you in every step of the way.
Visit us at blueprintdna.org or call our consultants today on 0547 113 957.
Blueprint DNA,
your trusted experts in paternity and DNA testing. We are available nationwide.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
And it's 3 minutes after 8. We're grateful to Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you. Anointed Engineering Services, the Generator Experts, and Pinnacle Life Insurance. More for your smile, for bringing us the Business Minute here on the Super Morning Show. Now, Anointed Engineering Services Limited, they are into the sales of ultra-silent fuel efficient diesel generating sets, size ranging from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA at competitive prices. For every generator you acquire, you'll enjoy 5 years warranty. We also want to take maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets, and our services includes but not limited to the 24-hour emergency services provided by Anointed Engineering Services, also sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, and sales of tower light and rental. They have new branches in Bibiani, Petrogy. That's where it is. It's opposite Bethel School Junction on the main BBNE Kumasi Highway. Also in Techiman at the ex-oil filling station on the main Techiman Kumasi Highway. And find their head office right here in Accra, number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway. It's near the Odoko traffic light. You won't miss it. In all, they have 18 branches in the entire country. Just look out for Anointed Engineering Services and check out their training school where they train students on generators and plant, auto mechanics, electricals and controls, and solar installations. They offer 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. Contact them via these numbers: 0243 480334 and 0243 690 295. Anointed, the generator experts. And Klebo joined us for Food for Thought, which is always brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. And talking about Roverman Productions, they've got the 2024 Festival of Plays starting 24th and 25th of December. The foreplay, you must watch this. The foreplay. If you've seen it, then please get a ticket for someone. They will love it. 20th of December, Dubai or No Sex. 29th December, Naked in Bed. 1st and 2nd January 2025, I Want to Feed You. And then on the 4th of January, Takeover. 5th of January is Bananas and Granuts. All plays show at the National Theatre at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. Tickets are selling at 200 Ghana cedis each. You, however, get a 25% discount on 5 or more tickets. Buy 5 or more and get 25% discount. Tickets are available via the short code *365 *535 hash on all networks. *365 *535 hash on all networks and on the Roverman app. For inquiries and big orders, kindly call 050-554-6010. Lead sponsor Star Life Assurance. Other sponsors: Secure Sanitary Pad, GCB Bank PLC, Koba, Gino Jollof Mix, and T-Lease T. Communications partners: M Notify and Logistics Movers. Roverman Productions. Be the difference. It's 7 minutes after 8. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Oh, we're still reviewing the just ended exercise, the 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections. But this time around, we're looking at how we can re-engineer elections for a more effective elections to deliver results. And what's the results that I'm talking about? Well, ultimately, when we go to the polls and we exercise our civic rights to vote and we choose a leader, is because we want development. So how do we link what we do on election day to that development? That's our big conversation here on the Super Morning Show today, and we would love to hear your say, have your say on this. So please send us your WhatsApp messages 055-111-1997. That's our WhatsApp number. You can also join us on X and on Facebook. X is Joy997. Please add the hashtag JoySMS when you post. But we need to hear you on this. How do we re-engineer our elections to deliver results, which ultimately will be development?
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
All right, thanks to EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. We're able to receive your messages on social media and share it with the rest of the world. So kindly join us via WhatsApp 055-111-1997 on X, Joy997, and Facebook. And add the hashtag JoySMS to your comments. So every day people face different emergencies. We've got police emergency, fire emergency. Hopefully you do not have fire, police, or medical emergencies today. But listen, here's a quick solution to your money emergency. So if your emergency is money, dear, it's right there on your phone and you don't even need internet for it. Just dial *770 hash, *770 hash, and EcoBank will give you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payment. You can buy airtime, also data. So much more you can do with star 770 hash. So please do not panic in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Simply dial star 770 hash for solutions to your money emergencies. Remember, EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. Big stories here on our show, brought to us by Telecel, connecting energies, latest from your partner for life, and Lancaster University, Ghana. That's the only British university campus here in West Africa. Now switch to Telecel fixed broadband today and experience incredible bonuses, non-expiry bundles, data transfers across devices, and lots more. New customers get 50% bonus data in addition to other mind-blowing offers, and existing customers receive 300% bonus data on every broadband renewal to keep browsing. Now that's really cool. To subscribe to the Telecel fixed broadband for these amazing offers, just dial star 900 hash, star 900 hash, star 900 hash, or use the Telecel Play app, or visit a Telecel retail outlet, or simply just log on. Go to their website, telecel.com.gh, and get connected today. Terms and conditions apply. Telecel, connecting energies. And we sure want a British degree at a fraction of the cost. Who doesn't like this one? So if you're looking for a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills, taking you one step closer to the career of your dreams, I've got the destination for you. What's more, enjoy all these and more, plus up to 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. Now, I'll be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards at our campus. For more information, visit lancaster.edu.gh or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call 020-960-700 or 7008. So that's 020-960-7008. Lancaster University, the only British university campus in Africa. And Kojo, I was just telling our listeners that we're continuing with the review of the elections, but we're taking a different approach now. We're looking at how we can re-engineer future elections to achieve the results of development, because ultimately when I go to the polls to vote, that's what I'm looking for.
Indeed, yeah. And I mean, it's even about the processes themselves, and whether or not some of them can be improved, just basically redesigned for better effectiveness, right? And we've already talked about things like the Regional Collation Center, which Parliament approved, right? And let's not forget that Parliament approved it, but to what end? To solve which problem? And then of course we've had conversations about the movement of the ballot boxes themselves. We should also have conversations about the use of technology. I mean, these are documents that we are transmitting or transporting, right? Why is it that fax machine is considered to be the safest way? I mean, can a fax not be corrupted? Is it impossible for a wrong document to be faxed? So why do we consider fax to be the foolproof method? Are there better ways of transmitting information that will be quicker, more reliable, and could happen even from the very first stage, from the polling station or from the collation center, straight to the national headquarters where the returning officer for the presidential elections will be located? Then that's, of course, Jean Mensah. So these are the conversations we want to have. How to improve our electoral processes for, as Mamabi says, for development. I love it.
The blame will go by extension, because he refused to listen to us even when we saw reality and we tried to communicate to him. He wouldn't take anything of that sort. He was too recalcitrant. That is how come we're blaming him. He didn't do enough to help Dr. Baumia, because if you listen to your own MPs, come on, it is not one person who was speaking. We're doing the advocacy for more than 96 members of parliament then. So are you saying that all of us putting reason right?
Let me first of all welcome you very, very warmly. I want particularly to congratulate our historic lady, the first female vice president in our history, to say, man, well done, and all of us are wishing you the very best of luck. You've become a trailblazer for lots of women, and it's an important step that has been taken. Also, take the opportunity to reassure the Ghanaian people of our determination to work together to ensure the seamless transfer of power and to continue to work together to deepen and consolidate democratic governance in our country.
Democracy, and Ghana is the winner after the electoral process. We think that on the day, despite all the anxieties people had, Ghana has successfully done it once again. And so we can be sure that our democracy is safe and that working together across bipartisan lines we can continue to deepen and consolidate that democracy.
There were a few issues that came up that generated some discussion. Amongst them was the worrying issue of last-minute recruitments and payments. I'm sure you have heard of various last-minute, rather irregular recruitments in some ministries, departments, and agencies. Bank of Ghana, GRA, the Ministry of Interior, and what have you. We need to place on record that these recruitments, especially regarding the time that they are being made, would have severe fiscal implications for the incoming government. They amount to imposing personnel on the incoming government. And the NDC side of the transition team made it clear that we thought that a broader consultation ought to be had on this, especially because it is the incoming government that will bear responsibility, first of all, for finding money and paying these people, and also working with them.
The blame will go by extension because he refused to listen to us even when we saw reality and we tried to communicate to him. He wouldn't take anything of that sort. He was too recalcitrant. That is how come we're blaming him. He didn't do enough to help Dr. Bawumia because if you listen to your own MPs, come on, it is not one person who was speaking. We're doing the advocacy for more than 96 members of parliament then. So are you saying that all of us putting reason right?
Member of Parliament for Asante Achim North, right?
Yeah.
He lost his seat, and Apia Kubi. And he says something that he's been strongly advocating. I mean, he was one of those MPs that stood up and said Ken must go at the time. But as we all know, Ken didn't go until much later.
Yep.
Yes, I mean, I've heard Apia Kubi and Eugene Boachi Entry, those who were leaders of the Ken Must Go, speaking and indicating the NPP lost the election in 2022. Yes, but Apia Kubi and Eugene themselves would realize that eventually they back down.
Indeed.
Yes, so but let me move on. Look, while I have said earlier that this is a verdict on Kufuor's governance and government, Dr. Bawumia also takes some blame. Mama V, I have been checking the NPP parliamentary candidates, their votes put together, and that of Dr. Bawumia. I always do this kind of analysis, and in the past I talked about how John Mahama had 30,000 less than his parliamentary candidates, compared to Kufuor getting some 200,000 more. Dr. Bawumia had 700,000 votes less than his parliamentary candidates.
That's a lot.
So then when it happens like that, you begin to break it down and say, what could be the problem? And on the day, majority of the constituencies, the NPP's parliamentary candidate had more votes than Dr. Bawumia. While in the previous election, it was Kufuor getting more votes than the parliamentary candidates. So people also, while you can blame Kufuor, people also identify Dr. Bawumia with Kufuor.
So that's still blaming Kufuor.
But no, Dr. Bawumia could not convince people that he isn't part of this. So people are blaming him, because this is the point. As much as the NPP tried to make it look like this is a new, era of the NPP. Dr. Bawumia's constant credit taking for the good parts of this government and somehow staying away for the blame was in itself problematic.
I think you're right. That analysis is correct. I just go further to say, okay, but what choice did he have? Right? What would you have advised him to do? Because he has a campaign to run. He has to convince Ghanaians that he is a better option than his opponent. However, these same Ghanaians think that his boss, the person that he's been serving for the past 8 years, is literally the worst person they've ever had. So how do you convince them? You have to kind of choose your battles.
What was Dr. Bawumia promising in this election?
You tell me.
You're thinking about it. What was John Mahama promising in this election, Mama V?
24-hour economy.
What else? Women Bank. What else?
Cutting down ministers.
Which Bawumia also promised. But you see, when I ask you people, what was Bawumia promising? You sit back and say, hold on a minute. Because in the election itself, sometimes, one of the things we've realized that, of course, you always would have to run when you're an incumbent on your track record. You also would have to tell people what you would do.
Yeah.
The NPP's constant reference to free SHS, more than 50% of their campaign ads was on free SHS and Nkoko Nkete. But, just like I said on air during our coverage, that whole Nkoko Nkete was not a bad policy. For those who actually are into poultry, if you have to spend more than 20 Ghana cedis for a day-old chick, you will know that if you're giving 100 or 200 or say 1,000, that's saving you over 20,000 Ghana cedis, and that's a lot of money. So the point is that the MPP strategy itself, and the strategy you cannot blame it on Dr. Bawumia and his team.
Indeed, yeah.
It didn't work. Because free SHS, and I beg to differ, free SHS has been a campaign...
2016.
No,
this was before 2016.
2008.
Yeah.
In fact,
but that was a flaw in itself.
Yes.
It's relying on free SHS for 2024. Because, where are the beneficiaries of free SHS?
And the beneficiaries, in fact, one of my friends who is NPP, took his daughter to school this year, when he returned from school, he called me and said, Dabi, JM, the moment he sent his daughter to school, he called me and said that, why are they giving his child gari and soup? That he can feed his child. Automatically, he said he was going to vote for JM because he wanted a review of free SHS so that his daughter can get good food to eat. And so this whole talk about, and the other part, you are giving me indication that time. You have invited me to do analysis.
This was supposed to be brief.
No, but I don't know. You have invited me to do analysis on the election. Give me time. Or you promised there'll be more time.
Why are you sounding like some...
Actually, let's settle this. We will come back to it, okay? Because we do have to play that.
You have invited me.
We will come back to it because there's a lot to say about it. I have a lot to say about it. Let's take some messages.
That's why.
Let's take some messages. When we come back, we'll delve deeper into this.
Wake up, good morning, good morning. Chapeau, I think Kombotoya, wait for Joy 99.7 FM.
There's a business in every woman, from the young lady brimming with exciting and novel business ideas to the market queen managing her empire. There's the she architect, quantity surveyor, realtor, business consultant, crafting dreams into reality, and the multitasking mom seamlessly blending work at home, the entrepreneur meticulously checking stock, to the corporate woman sealing deals on the move. Indeed, there's a business in every woman. Introducing Telecel Women in Business, our initiative to empower women-led and women-owned enterprises. Benefit from tailored activities, networking, business and technical support, free webinars, trainings, and more. To join this initiative, be a female-led business and a Telecel business customer. Visit telecel.com.gh/business to register now.
Telecel,
connecting energies.
Are you hoping to start university this January? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our January 2025 intake. Apply now for our foundation program. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
On the first
Electoral Xmas Bonanza is here. Enjoy terrific discounts and amazing free gifts on top electronics and appliances from Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. Unbelievable offers. NASCO 50 LED flat TV, 3,699 Ghana cedis. NASCO 4 burner from 1,999 Ghana cedis. NASCO bottom freezer plus 3 set cooking pots at 2,699 Ghana cedis. With Media 1.5 R40 inverter AC, a refreshing season is guaranteed. Buy Media 198-liter freezer at 3,999 Ghana cedis and a TCL soundbar at 1,899 Ghana cedis. Grab a Samsung Split R410 AC and a free blender at 6,499 Ghana cedis. Remember, every purchase qualifies you for our weekly and monthly Achedia Kesia promo. Rush to Electroland showroom or authorized dealer store across Ghana now.
true love sent to me. 6
'Tis the season to be charmed.
Let's do it best with a theatrical melody.
Unwrap the magic of the season with Roverman.
From the suspense to the comedy,
the drama, the showmanship.
The Roverman Festival of Plays is the perfect gift for the holiday.
In partnership with Joy FM and National Theatre, Roverman Productions brings you the Roverman Festival of Plays.
24th and 25th December, the foreplay.
28th December, Dubai or no set.
29th December, Naked in Bed.
1st and 2nd January, I Want to Feed You.
4th January, Takeover.
And 5th January, Bananas and Groundnuts.
Showing at the National Theatre at 4 and 8 p.m. on each day, 200 cedis per play.
For a 25% discount, get a festival pack of 5 or more tickets.
Tickets available at regular outlets, Roverman app, and via short code
*365*535#. Call 050-554-6010 for enquiries.
Lead sponsor, Star Life Assurance.
Other sponsors, Secure Sanitary Pad,
GCB Bank,
Koba,
Gino Jollof Mix,
and
Tilly's
Tea.
Communications partner, M Notify and Logistic Movers.
Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
Your favorite way to send money to Ghana is back! We're excited to announce that Tap Send is back and better than ever! After a brief pause, we are happy to resume our mission of providing fast, affordable, and secure money transfers to Ghana. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Tap Send is working power. And remember, tell your loved ones abroad to send money through Tap Send to stand a chance to win big in the December Sambra promo. Tap Send. Papa no.
What makes you smile is a time with loved ones, pursuing your passions, or simply enjoying life's little moments. At Pinnacle Life Insurance, we believe that life insurance should do more than just protect your family's financial future. It should also help you live your best life now. Our policies offer comprehensive coverage, living benefits, and rewards to help you make the most of today because we think of wealth differently. At Pinnacle Life Insurance, we provide solutions that give you more for your smile, more time, more freedom, more joy. For more information on our policies, call us on 0501 451 400 or visit www.pinnaclelife.com.gh. Pinnacle Life Insurance, more for your smile.
Do you want to remain productive and competitive in your business? Then I am happy to remind you that Anointed Engineering Services Limited is still here to serve. We provide homes, offices, and institutions with ultra-silent, reliable, and fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at unbeatable prices. You also enjoy a 5-year warranty. Anointed Engineering is noted for unwavering 24-hour after-sale emergency service service, rental and sale of tile lights and genuine spare parts, undertake repair and maintenance of all diesel generators, and buy back used generators. Sign up today at our training school and gain hands-on experience from our team of professionals on generators, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, controls, and solar installations. Anointed Engineering has 18 branches nationwide. Locate our head office in Accra at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. Call our hotlines on 0302 324723 or 0243 690295. Also on 0243 480334. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Adam, why do you look so stressed?
I am struggling to secure the funds from my bank because of collateral requirements.
Have you called CBG? Whether you are a business owner looking to expand or an individual with business operations, with CBG collateral-free loans, there are no barriers, just opportunities. You can access a working capital loan of up to 1 million Ghana cedis for your business or up to 200,000 Ghana cedis as an individual trader. No collateral is needed.
Oh, that's great.
At CBG, this is what they mean by ensuring their customers live the good life. A life where your potential isn't limited by the assets you own. So, don't let not having adequate collateral hold you back. Apply for a CBG collateral-free loan today.
T's and C's apply. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
This Christmas, Melcom is bringing you the biggest holiday savings. Enjoy exclusive holiday deals, daily surprises, and giveaways that will light up your season. Because this season, it's not just about shopping, it's about creating memories, and Melcom has you covered. So gather your family and friends and shop at Melcom this festive season. Because at Melcom, we make your Christmas magical. Melcom, where Santa shops.
You make fun of your eyes. Skink. Friday night and we lit, girl, I'm all in. We did drink till the morning.
And Mama B, I think that I know somebody who will compete with you for Manifest's #1 fan.
Oh, really?
Yes, my friend Bam Bam absolutely loves Manifest.
Oh, Bam Bam,
Yes,
bring it
yes,
on.
yes, yes.
That's the real name or the
Good
nickname?
morning, Bam Bam.
We are
Pardon?
the
That's the real name or the
Manifest.
nickname?
Can you imagine somebody whose real name is Bam Bam?
I just making sure. you know. There are names you see and you're like, hold on a minute, is this somebody's name? Yeah, but that's the nature of the country we live in. You may not know, but that's it.
Indeed.
That's why I asked Bam Bam, because I have a friend called Biggie Bam Bam.
Hey,
And that's his
this
name.
one is not
Nickname.
Yeah, Bam Bam loves Manifest, and that's a great tune, by the way. All right, now listen. Today on the Super Morning Show, we have to have a conversation about re-engineering our electoral processes. And honestly, I can't think of a better person to help us with it than Professor Bafo Ajimandua, former UN governance advisor. He was certainly a stalwart of our election coverage, and we engaged him a few times during the period. And oh my goodness, he really helped us open up issues. He's on the phone right now. Prof, good morning to you.
Good morning, Kojo.
Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for making the time this morning.
Sure.
All right, so we're going to get into it with Prof. Bafo Ajimandua in just a moment. In fact, let's do it now. Let's get on with it. So, Prof, I mean, the mission is quite simple. We've just been through an election and we saw how it all went down. If we were to improve our electoral processes, where would we begin?
Very good question, Kojo. To find at the studio. I've been reflecting over this since this election. It seems to me the actual process was quite good. On about midday, impression was that the election was going to be smooth, no bias at all. But as far as we got the counting didn't proceed very well. I think
If I may, Prof, if you can hear me, I think we have a bit of an issue with the connection. So we are missing every other word you say. I wonder if you could reposition yourself a little bit. See if we can.
I don't know. Is it better?
It sounds better. Let's see how we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was saying that this election from the beginning appeared to be very smooth and hopefully violence-free until we came to the counting and more particularly the collation centers. So from this experience, it seems to me that the biggest challenge during this process was the collation center activity. As you know, many places exploded. And as we speak, about 7 or so constituency reports are yet to be sent to the Electoral Commission.
Yeah.
And during the process, I remember talking to you or somebody else, and I was suggesting that perhaps for the future, we should be looking at how the coalition centers operate. Should we be secluded as we have it now and ban the public from viewing it, hiding in a room and doing the work? Or is it not possible, for instance, to give it the openness that we have at the polling stations where everything is counted, people around, they see, they hear? So I'm wondering whether we need to revisit how we conduct the coalition center work. Besides that, I think it's quite good. Besides certain individuals who maybe were determined ahead of time to cause some problems for the country. Otherwise, I think this election problem is fine. And again, I should say, how true it is when Judge Atubuga told us, I think Aparijan also said the same, that elections are won and lost at the polling stations. And if you see how the NDC organized itself to be present at these polling stations and how they monitored it, I think to a large extent it helped in ensuring the smooth flow at polling stations. So all the other issues, I think, together, we can fairly satisfy that we did a better job.
So, if we are to improve this process, your focus would be on the collation center. So, what would you change?
At this point, based strictly on these past elections, the collation is presented the greater task. The actual station margins went smoothly. So I will begin by focusing on how we review, restructure the function of the recruitment center. You know, with the presidential election, I don't think it was much.
Prof, I think we might need to reposition again. Forgive me. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I don't know what's happening today.
Yeah, very sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. This is better, yes.
I hope you hear me better.
We do.
All right. So I was saying that the coalition centers, I think we need to review and maybe restructure how it functions, making it open to all instead of secluding the key officials in a room to do the job. I think it is possible to create a public arena cordoned off by security agents, officers, with the public behind the cordon, and the agents and the election officials proceeding with the work. I think that openness can prevent this attempt, as we saw, where party supporters wanted to break down gates to get in, and many other incidents that we witnessed. So I am saying that let us start the review from the coalition centers and how we can improve on the transparency at the coalition centers.
So allow more people, perhaps large screens so people can observe what's going on, and sort of be more inclusive, bigger spaces, more access with some security controls. That would be your suggestion.
Precisely, and I think I like your addition of screens. Something I've thought about. It makes it easier. You project the counting openly on a big screen where everybody follows, everybody monitors. That will immediately erase the suspicions that characterize the way the coalition centers were conducted in this last election.
Now, one of the things we observed in this last election was the party faithfuls following the ballot boxes. So normally, once the ballots are counted at the polling station, they are supposed by the procedure, they are supposed to be then transported to the district office for storage, and then the pink sheets are sent to the collation center for counting. However, in many cases, the collation center is the district office. So the ballot papers themselves end up being transported to the collation center, and you get party faithfuls following the ballot boxes. We saw a lot of that, and for this reason they started getting suspicious when hours later some EC official will be seen walking in with a ballot box, and then that would create all kinds of confusion, even though strictly speaking at the collation center, by normal procedure, ballot papers are not to be counted unless there is a dispute.
That's right.
So, I mean, should we be thinking about the transportation and movement and storage of the ballot boxes themselves as well?
Because, this time around, suspicions were rife. And I think the opposition party, NDC, were determined to ensure full transparency and to avoid any instance of cheating. And as they said right from the beginning, they mobilized their forces to monitor from A to Z. And they succeeded to a very, very large extent. So, once the suspicion is high, expect this thing to happen. I recall an incident when I observed elections in Zimbabwe about 20 years ago, where the elections had to run for 2 days. And the rule was that the boxes would be stored at the local police stations and be brought back for the next day to continue. You know what happened, Kojo? The party agents, at least where I observed it, they agreed that, in fact, the boxes should not be transferred to the police station and that it should be kept at the polling station. And the party agents slept with the box. And there were pictures where they put the two party agents. It was I've forgotten the name, the CCM and the other one. They put their hands across the ballot box as they slept. You see, it was for me fascinating. And it's all because of the lack of trust in the Electoral Commission then, and even lack of trust in the police for keeping the ballot safe.
Yeah.
So they decided to sleep at the polling station, open area, you see. So I'm saying that once suspicions are very high, expect this kind of vigilance. And once it happens and you don't manage it well, then of course it can blow into your face. So I think, as you suggested, a better way, or a new way, I should say, to be found in how we manage the ballot boxes after the polling session. If the evidence we saw in social media regarding the discovery of certain staff boxes in some bushes and all, if these things were true, then it tells me that still there will be some attempts by any of the parties to steal the election by stuffing boxes and bring them to the counting station. So I think now the focus should be on how we keep the ballot boxes safe from any possibility of tampering, so that when we come to the collation center and we made it as open as we have suggested, projecting the counting on the screen where it's available, I think that will help in really easing this tension that we experience this.
Yeah. Now, Prof, I mean, your suggestion is that the collation centers should be more inclusive. More people should be allowed closer to the action.
Sure.
There are some who might be concerned that that would actually create more of what we saw in this last election. When people see something they don't like, suddenly mob mentality takes over. Cordons might be pushed down, security services might be overrun, and then before you know it, chaos.
Yeah, you're right. You see, but as I said, it depends on the level of mistrust. Because if it's open and the security personnel have coordinated, given enough space for the counting to proceed, where party agents are closely together with the Electoral Commission monitoring the counting, all right, being collated. And as they collate, it's projected. And the crowd, the public are behind the cordon that we have formed. That in itself will introduce a certain transparency that I believe will influence the public to stay calm. You see? So I think we should think carefully how we make it transparent, how we make it all inclusive, and then see how we organize the security around it. And I think that will help us keep these more out of the way.
Prof, talking about transparency, one thing, because, in the from 2020, we saw the introduction of regional coalition centers.
Yeah.
However, in the 2024 election, we saw the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, even when the regional coalition centers didn't have the full complement of some of the constituencies in the region, going ahead to declare. Would you say that at this stage we can go back to the old process of, say, constituency coalition center straight to the national coalition center instead of having the regional coalition centers?
I think after this election, there'll be reviewed by the commission itself and the political parties, the election director's office and all. There should be a complete review. And through the IPAC, as we have done over the past 30 years, let the parties come in together with the EC and review what took place. And based on that, some of these anomalies that we identified can be addressed together. The danger here is for any electoral commission to make decisions without the full participation of the political parties. That immediately will breed distrust. So I believe strongly that elections are held for people to elect their leaders. It is not held to satisfy any parochial interest. And electoral commissions, administrative bodies, they are not there to tilt it anyway. So the more transparent you make it, the better the public will accept. That is my basic principle, the conduct of elections. Anywhere where the electoral commission is not fully trusted, around Africa, you find this happen. And I don't see anything wrong when ballot act is open up, as we do currently at the polling station. Why don't we tranship that to the collation center? The collation center should be equally inclusive and open. The whole idea is to make the process as openly as possible together with the political. One reason I don't see that, of course, it is possible that, like in all cases, you're going to have some criminals who will take advantage of any opportunity to create a problem for them. And I think in this particular instance, it is true, because if you look at the violence that we're witnessing, I don't believe that John Mahama have instructed the followers to do that. I wouldn't believe that Kufuor have instructed the followers of him to do that. But because of what we've been saying over the years and the structure they put in place, it was easy for some people to take advantage, to behave the way they have, invading public offices, destroying state property, and in some cases people getting hurt. They know, you see. So I think we need a lot of public education on this.
Right. Now, Prof, we've talked about the polling stations, we've talked about the collation centers, we've talked about the regional collation centers. Let's now talk about the national, the headquarters. Fax machines. I mean, in 2024, should fax machines have any role to play in a national election?
Are you telling me the headquarters rely on fax machines for transmission of results?
Yes, they do. 16 fax machines to receive 16 results from 16 regions.
Well, I'm afraid that's outdated. Fax machines, when I was a student years ago, I used to use that. Now, even with WhatsApp and all, you can send messages instantly. So far as you make it secure, these days, because of criminals who break into these communication mechanisms, I think we have to find a way to secure them. So once you secure them, I think even WhatsApp messages can send everything. So if it's fax machine, I'm sure as we go on, the commission will be going to revise this and introduce more efficient system for transmitting results. By the way, Kojo, the thing is, at the polling station, everybody tabulates the results on the pink sheet.
Right.
And if you do it effectively and efficiently, you have the first evidence confirming what has transpired at the polling station. So in the course of transmission, how do one then manipulate the numbers if the openness is there throughout the process? You see. So I think the commission has a more effective, more efficient way for transmitting results from the rather than.
Let's talk about technology in general. I mean, you've just hinted that from the polling station, there should be a way of getting the pink sheet information moved without all the fuss. Are there other ways in which we can leverage technology across the value chain of our elections to improve it?
For sure, modern technology can help do many things. But what is interesting for me, though, is that even countries with the best of technology, they still rely on a ballot paper. The US, Britain, and everywhere. They still do that. So at times I wonder if they are really good in technology, why are they not adapting simple technological measures to achieve the goals of. For instance, I thought it were even possible to use the Ghana card to even cast your back. So I don't know. I'm not a technology specialist, so I can't go into details on it. But if they are not doing it, even in America and elsewhere, they are still casting a ballot paper in a box. Then it might be something that stops the use of technology. But having said that, I think we can use the technology as an effective monitoring tool as we go through the process. At every point, for instance, at the polling station, after the counting and party agents have signed the pink sheet, it can quickly be translated before even it goes to the collation center. And I can tell you that the political parties, NDC and PP, they knew of the outcome by midnight of the election day. And most by 1 o'clock, they knew who had won and who had lost.
Yeah.
Because around 3 o'clock in the morning, I got a message from some that said, look, it's all over. So they do have their own technologies to monitor. But in the EC, the that should begin to upgrade its technical tools so that the transmission can be more, effective.
And Prof, this is Mama V. If you follow the trends, it's almost looking like we're heavily relying on the political parties themselves to provide security or police the polls. I wonder if that's healthy and if that's not one of the reasons there's a lot of pressure because they want to be there, they want to police it because they don't trust those who are providing security. How can we change this narrative?
You said right, because the trust is not there. These were your words, and I fully agree with that. It's the fact that at these national events, you find private security. And I think, towards the election, I'm sure all of us heard threats being held at security agencies, even including the military. Some threatening that, look, we'll deal with you messy. I'm quoting directly from these kinds of things. So, in fact, I will say that the current problem we have in the post-election could have been facilitated by the way the security agents were treated as elections. So once the elections came and the winner was declared, as you can find in Ghana, allegiance began. Who was going to intervene seriously when the police has already been put on alert for possible dismissal or stealing or whatever that's there? You see, so I think if again there's high level of trust in the security agency, then there'll be no need for private security to provide these nationally. And I think that should be one area that government, together with all other stakeholders, should review and make a bold decision on how we make our national security agency work in such an unbiased fashion that all parties will accept that they can trust their discretion. Because as it is now, I don't think it's in the best interest of this country to encourage it where political parties and candidates recruit their own security for the purpose of executing a national project. That, I think, is unwarranted.
Prof, I want to thank you very much for your time with us this morning. We seem to have done a very good 360-degree look at our processes for the election, and we appreciate your insights very, very much.
You're welcome, and your friends, the Mama G and Winston, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. That's Professor Bafo Ajimandia, former UN Governance Advisor, and he was with us in the trenches throughout the election. We appreciate him very much. Okay, then, listen, very quickly, if you're a graduate and you're looking for the next step, and you'd love for that step to be studying in a country like Australia, Canada, UK, US, Ireland, New Zealand, or any of the others, countries with an excellent reputation for teaching and research, where you can work part-time, support your studies, and even get up to 4 years post-study visa when you complete successfully. And you would like to start in January, just next month, then you can. All you need to do is talk to our friends at Astolinks. They'll give you information about admission, scholarship, and how to secure your study visa. Astolinks is at number 4A, Popo Street in East Legon. You can call 0265-341-070 or just go to astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
And if you're thinking of treating yourself to something special, planning a quick getaway, or maybe surprising someone you love, whatever the moment, Stanbic Visa cards are here to help you say yes. Give Stanbic Bank a call on 0302-815-789 and find Stanbic Bank on social media at Stanbic Bank GH, or visit the website stanbicbank.com.gh. Stanbic Visa cards, making deals and holiday magic even better.
So reward yourself with a prime investment. Choose from a luxurious one-bedroom unit or a spacious investment studio at Eminence Court, a premier development by Nesta's Homes located in the heart of Tema Community 26, just behind the Palace Mall. This eco-friendly community offers exceptional rental yields and strong capital appreciation. Experience the epitome of luxury living and smart investing at Eminence Court. The key features: off-plan price starting from $35,000, fully furnished, delivery in 3 months, prime location, sure rentals from Airbnb. Don't miss this opportunity to create a lasting legacy. Contact us today on 0531014440 or 0531014447, or visit our website nestas.com.gh, or follow us on our social media handles nestasgh for more information.
Now, guess who is turning 10? The Junction Mall is celebrating a decade of unforgettable moments, unbeatable shopping, and your favorite events. Join them for their 10th anniversary with unbelievable discounts, exciting events, and special giveaways just for you. So whether you're shopping, dining, or spending time with family, there is something for everyone. From their loyal customers to their amazing stores, this celebration is for you. Come and make memories as they say thank you for 10 amazing years at the Junction Mall. Don't miss all the fun and surprises. Visit them now. The Junction Mall. Join, explore, shop, enjoy. Celebrating 10 years, all for you.
And get ready for a game changer, SMEs. If we are introducing Yellow Biz, it's our new multi-service bundle with everything you need for smarter business solutions. This all-in-one package consists of 4G plus router with 10 gigabytes of free data, Microsoft Office 365, genuine Microsoft applications, WebWiz, a customized business website for your business, plus Unicom Service, a unified business communication solutions for your virtual call center, IVR, and conferencing needs, all for a very good deal you don't want to miss. With MTN Yellow Biz, your business will gain access to advanced productivity tools, a powerful online presence, and superior customer experience to optimize your operations. So stay ahead of competition. Call MTN on 100 or 0244 308 111. You can also send an email. Send it to mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com or visit mtn.com.gh/business or any MTN office for your Yellow Biz, and stay connected everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply.
So to all the female entrepreneurs, agri-business owners, and young entrepreneurs out there, we see you. We understand the challenges you face. Your story matters, and we're here to support you every step of the way. In partnership with MasterCard Foundation, Absa is offering SME loans at an unbelievable 10% interest rate per annum. Imagine having access to up to 1 million completely collateral-free. This isn't just talk. We've already disbursed 600 million. Supporting over 1,600 businesses within the past year, and we're especially proud that 67.3% of our beneficiaries are women-owned enterprises. So your success is our success. If you're ready to write the next chapter of your success story, visit our SME project office, nearest Absa branch, or our website, absa.com.gh. Your story matters, Absa.
All right, now we're going to take a break, and when we come back, what are these jobs that the outgoing government wants to give out before they leave? What is this payment that the outgoing government wants to make before they exit? We're talking transitions and transactions with Felix, Kwakye Ofosu, spokesperson for the Mahama transition team, when we return.
From the comforting hugs and reconnecting moments to the thoughtful eulogies, funerals, whether big or small, must be dignifying. And that's what Lashibi Funeral Homes and Crematorium was set up for. From our state-of-the-art facilities for preserving remains, through our 450-seater chapel to our meticulously managed cemetery, we've got these and everything else you might need in one place. So if sending a loved one off in a dignified manner matters to you, reach out to Lashibi Funeral Homes and Crematorium immediately you lose a loved one. Call us on 050-953-2409 or visit us at lashibifuneralhomes.com. Lashibi Funeral Homes and Crematorium. Dignity for the deceased, comfort for the bereaved.
Caution, the following is guaranteed to cause excessive laughter.
I don't see we get the push my organ for head. Shifty! He fall. Wait, I think say one verse I get up and say, I like the way you match me.
Make a date this December for the funniest night of the year. A night of 1,031 laughs and music. Prepare to laugh till you drop with comedy heavyweights Hovi, Pencil, Obian Ponsa, Parrot Mouth, Hogan, Foster Romanus, Okokobioko, and the sensational Greatest Band. Join us on Boxing Day, December 26th at the Grand Arena, 8 p.m. sharp. Tickets are going for 400 CDs regular and 600 CDs premium at Charterhouse, Nalam Store, Accra Mall, or simply dial *389*1031#. For table reservations, call 050-128-8520. Brought to you by Excel, President Chaco, Triton Motors, Enterprise Life, ADB, Dream Collection, Beyond the Return, Joy FM, and powered by Charterhouse. Don't miss it.
Do you want to study abroad? I present to you Links International. They give professional advice on study visas to the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and other European nations. They also advise on visa applications, general travel, and other immigration services. Call them on 0537 152 118 or visit them at 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. For more information, check out astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
Ghana cashback promo just got better. Yes, it's Prime Cashback season and it's back with incredible deals and exciting surprises. This Prime Cashback, Ghana is bringing you exclusive discounts, prime savings, and awesome surprises when you shop products from your favorite brands like Samsung, LG, TCL, HP, Lenovo, Dell, Media, Nasco, Tecno, Infinix, itel, and many more. Visit any Ghana branch nationwide and enjoy exclusive discounts on all products such as laptops, printers, mobile phones, televisions, fridges, home theaters, air conditioners, and many more. Ready for more surprises? This year's Prime Cashback with Ghana has got great prizes with instant gifts and cash prizes for your shopping experience. You deserve this opportunity too. Rush to Ghana now. Promo runs now from now to December. Visit CompuGhana.com or call 030-275-2020 for more information.
This Christmas, let's embrace our heritage and strengthen our bonds. It's time to reconnect with family and friends to share stories and spread love, joy, and peace. Celebrate an Afrocentric Christmas with us at the MTN Festival of Night Lessons and Carols 2024. Join us at the Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Center on the 20th of December. Gates open at 6 p.m. On the bill, Kwampa, Perez Music, Joe Metal, Efia, and Kitty. Experience Christmas with a difference at the MTN Festival of Night Lessons and Carols. This event is strictly by invitation. MTN.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Manifest featuring Kim Promise.
No. I'm saying
okay,
they're going head to head.
Manifest.
Sarkodie and Manifest. What's the title of this one? No, sir.
I thought it was okay. Yeah, you know when the God MC drops one. Yeah.
So every line is has the response. No, sir.
I think that's the only thing that I like, but especially when you compare, because that's what you're inviting me to compare.
Haters always go hate.
No, I'm not hating, even though we're talking about the God MC. You know what I'm saying? But no, just play side by side, and you get what I mean. I mean, that's hands down.
Samuel Dame is surprised.
Also, I'm not hating. Hey, Mama V.
Hang my boots, man.
What sort of assimilation is
that?
So
it's hang my boots versus no sir. In fact, later if we have time, we'll play both, and then you guys can tell us which one you prefer.
But I think that
1932. This one check.
Yes,
hang my boots. Hang my boots is a nicer one. But hang my boots is what you would call listening music. No size commercial.
It's dancing music.
So, which I agree. I'm just because I just said that we won't change it.
Oh yeah, but it's a commercial.
I mean, look at the lyrics.
You listen to Hang My Boots.
Okay,
you soak it, but no sir, you're the best sir.
So there are some things about a song, right? How does it move you? Is it quotable? Right, because these are the things that make a song trend.
Hang My Boots, certainly quotable.
These are the things that make a song trend. Now
you should play again.
Wait, relax. Before you can,
suggesting something.
Yeah, but we might have to do that in a minute. But listen, before you quote Manifest, you have to listen to him like 4 times. Right? You have to. It has to, because it's so deep.
Who are your listeners again?
Pardon? I don't know what you mean by this. I'm saying that anybody who wants to quote Manifest has to listen to him 3-4 times before the thing settles. That's the level of depth at which that guy's lyrics are. Sarkodie is light listening. You hear it once or twice, it's catchy, it's in your head, you're repeating it. That's the difference between the two. Now, I'm not telling you which one is better. I'm just saying that when you listen to the 2 songs, which one sticks in your head?
Look, Kojo, you're very right. Years ago, there was a conversation in some reggae lovers were advocating that Peter Tosh there be a date, and the Jamaican government told him that Peter Tosh is not marketable, which is true.
What annoying?
Which is true. I mean, if you want, you may like all his songs, but hey, Bob Marley is Bob Marley, because whatever happens, he is Bob Marley. His music is commercial. It has commercial value than Peter Tosh. You see, you'd like to listen to Manifest.
It has Ghanaian commercial value.
Listen, you'd
That's
like
what
to.
You guys are saying.
See, when it comes to rap, we all.
Mamabi is now American.
No, hold on. We all knew that.
American.
We all knew that. Mamabi, we all knew that Nas was a better rapper, but we still like Jay-Z.
Indeed.
Because it's commercial.
All right, listen, wherever you are, in a while we'll bring back those 2 songs. You can tell us which one you prefer. But of course, we're live everywhere on Jubilee Radio, Volta Premier, Amenuveve FM, Sun City Radio, Lolonyo FM, Kekeli FM, Fafa Radio, Y Radio, Clenham Radio, Victory FM, Swiss FM, Shine FM, and Akpini Radio, all in the Volta region. You can catch Joy on any of those. And listen, we promised you a conversation about the transition. We have on the phone right now the spokesperson for the Mahama transition team, and that's Felix Kwakye Ofosu. Good morning to you, Felix.
Good morning, Kojo.
And congratulations on your very impressive win in your constituency during the election.
Thank you very much.
Yes, that was Asebu, wasn't it? Yeah,
Abra Asebu.
That's right. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
All right then. So, work, began on transition just yesterday, and already some interesting details for our consideration. Let's start with the issue of employment. You talked about some jobs that seem to be on the table at the last minute. What can you tell us about these jobs? Which sectors are they in?
Well, thank you. Let me indicate that the meeting itself was quite cordial. It was carried out in another sphere of mutual respect and cordiality. The tone was fixed by the president and the president-elect when they inaugurated the committee and impressed upon us to work in the national interest and put partisanship aside.
Right.
in accordance with the Transition Act 2012, 3 subcommittees were inaugurated. The first one is the Inauguration Subcommittee. I'm sure you are gearing up for the 7th General Inauguration of the President-elect. Well, a committee has to work on that. So a subcommittee was set up to plan the events of that day, and they have been tasked with getting to work immediately to ensure that we have a smooth inauguration. Then a government machinery subcommittee, which basically has the responsibility to coordinate and execute the handing over of the machinery of government, which involves ministries, departments, and agencies, and the civil service was also put in place. And they have also been charged with the responsibility of ensuring that this is done within a reasonable time leading up to the swearing-in on 7th January 2025. And then there is a presidency subcommittee, which essentially has the mandate to ensure that all assets and liabilities of the presidency, the vice presidency, ministries, departments, agencies, and other things are handed over in a coordinated and organized manner to the incoming government. So these committees were inaugurated yesterday. Now, the Transition Act makes provision for the setting up of other committees as and when they are deemed necessary by the transition team. So, as and when it becomes necessary, these things will be set up and we will update you accordingly.
Right.
But regarding the question that you asked about some last-minute maneuverings in various MDAs, yes, it has come to our attention that in quite a number of state agencies, some last-minute recruitments are going on. And these recruitments are being done in a manner that appears to have partisan coloration. In other words, MPP supporters and members are being rammed through the system to gain employment just before their party leaves power. For instance, we have heard that in GRA alone, over 700 backdated appointment letters have been issued. Now, the people who have been issued with these letters, we are told, have not gone through any credible appointment process. They have not submitted applications for employment. They have not been duly interviewed. They have not even gone through mandatory medicals. And yet, they have received backdated appointment letters, making them employees of GRA. We do know of similar happenings in the Bank of Ghana, where about 150 people are being issued appointment letters, and in various other places. Now, this is highly irregular. In addition to this, we have heard of payments of large amounts of money to some shadowy entities who are supposed to have done business with some SOEs. For instance, we do know that the Electricity Company of Ghana is on the verge of paying about 240 million Ghana cedis to an entity called Habtel. Now, if this payment was being done to an IPP or being made to an IPP under the cash waterfall mechanism, one could understand because of the nature of the job that they do and how critical it is to keeping the lights on. But this is being paid to a vendor whose services are yet unclear. And given the large amounts of money involved, one would have thought that the government would be minded to raise this matter with the incoming government so that some consensus or common ground is achieved on the matter before they proceed. Now, I say this because in 2016, I'm sure you are quite aware of this, Mr. Osakumafu, who appeared to be who was then the co-chairperson of the Transition Committee, wrote a letter to the outgoing government insisting that all recruitments, all payments, or all transactions that are likely to have significant fiscal impact on the incoming administration must be done only with the explicit consent of the incoming government. So I would have thought that having set this precedent, the NPP itself will be minded to follow suit and act in a manner that keeps faith with the principle that they set, with the principle that they lay down. But it does appear that they are unwilling to comply with their own precedents and therefore are doing things on the blind side of the incoming government and are binding the incoming government to payments that may prove detrimental to our fiscal position when we take over. Again, when you employ people, what you are essentially doing is that you are imposing personnel on an incoming administration at the last minute. As to whether or not these appointments fit into the overall plan and strategy of the incoming government is another matter. But it must be done only with the buy-in, approval, and agreement of the incoming government, because it is the incoming government that will bear responsibility for paying these people and even allocating them responsibilities within the MDAs that they are supposed to have been employed. So these are extremely concerning matters, and we raised this forcefully at the meeting yesterday. Eventually, it was agreed that the matter will be revisited tomorrow when we will convene to hold our second meeting, and that a committee will be set up within the transition team to look at these matters and come up with proposals that are acceptable to both sides. But of course, we are hearing that in between the time that this commitment was made yesterday and now, these things are still going on. And we want to caution those who are involved, especially those who are doing things that violate the rules and regulations of the organizations they are working in, that violate Ghanaian law, that they will be held to account once the new government takes over. If we find that they have done anything irregular or contrary to Ghanaian law.
Now, Felix, you talked about how this mass recruitment, as you describe it, seems to have partisan coloration. What leads you to that conclusion?
Because what would cause a government to rush to do these last-minute appointments beyond a desire, as it were, to rope in as many MPP members as possible, to offer them some security, if you like, just before they leave office? If it was a regular employment, regular recruitment, as we know, I don't think that there will be this hasty or indecent haste.
Were these not to fill vacancies that already exist or that have arisen as part of GRA's operations?
Come again, please.
Using the GRA example, were these not these 700 jobs? Were they not to fill vacancies that actually exist?
But first of all, we have to determine whether indeed there is that amount of vacancy in the GRA. Number two, even if there were vacancies, is due process being followed? How is it that people are being appointed when they have not applied for the jobs, when they have not been interviewed, when basic recruitment processes have not been undertaken? So even if vacancies existed for all these people, why is it being done irregularly? Why is it being done outside of the law? That immediately gives you indication that this is politically motivated and intended to rope in as many people as possible before they leave power. I don't think that it is proper. Not that there's any problem with employing someone who supports the MPP. But it must be done properly and regularly. And it must be done with the approval and consent of the incoming administration so that we know where we stand exactly on all these matters just before we take power.
Now, at all material times, government owes suppliers. And Hubtel is a supplier. What is it about this particular debt that has given the transition team reason to raise questions?
First of all, the timing of it is pretty suspicious. This government has been in power for close to 8 years, actually. In their latest iteration, which is 2020, they've been around for 4 years. And this Hubtel thing has been around for quite some time. So why this particular time? Why the rush? Why the seeming irregularity? And given all the players that this government owes in that sector, I'm not sure that if they prioritize who to pay in terms of the cash waterfall mechanism, Hubtel will be the biggest priority. And of course, we know of all manner of affiliations between people in Hubtel and people in government. So it raises significant eyebrows.
What sort of affiliations?
Well, I will not get into that now, but in the fullness of time, we will about that. But the point is this, that the amounts involved are significant, and they are likely to impact government finances in a significant way. I think that it is fair and proper that decisions like that are left for the incoming administration. It appears that somebody is trying to close the loop just before they leave power, and that gives rise to all manner of irregularities. So we are saying that even if such a payment was going to be initiated, it was fair and fitting that they bring in the incoming government. They open the books so that we see what is happening. As I speak to you, the incoming president, the president-elect, is giving daily national security briefings. So if something as sensitive as national security matters are opened up for the scrutiny of the incoming administration, why are financial matters being hit? Why are payments being hit? Why are recruitments being hit? For me, it marks of a certain lack of good faith. And the fact that the MPP itself is going against the very principle and precedent they established in 2016 also raises significant difficulties.
Are you saying that
why were they minded to demand this in 2016 and yet are unwilling and unable to comply with same now?
Right. Are you saying that these recruitments and payments were being hidden from the transition team?
Yes, but we didn't know about it. We are only hearing of it because there are public-spirited individuals in these organizations that are drawing our attention to them.
Oh, so it's not something that came up in the meetings?
It is not something that was put before us in the meeting. We had to raise it because we had information that this is what was happening.
And then it was confirmed in the meeting.
And then, of course, they didn't deny it. And indeed, in many instances, there are documents that we have that support the position we have taken. So they are not deniable.
Right.
Except that there was an explanation or an attempted explanation that these processes started long ago. But at this material moment, elections have been held. And the incoming government is being bound with these recruitments and payments. So once the elections were over and transition teams have been formed, they should be brought or they should be apprised of all these developments so that decisions are made in a manner that will stand the test of time. Because the last thing we want is to take over power and then get ambushed with payments that we do not know about. We do not want to be surprised by payments and recruitments that we were unaware of in the immediate period before taking over. I don't think that it is fair to an incoming government for anybody to do that.
Right. Now, the transition team started working just yesterday. Is it fair to say that
these recruitments and payments, and then bring it to the attention of the transition team that these are pending recruitments and payments. These are the amounts involved. These are the justifications. And then seek our buy-in before they proceed. So even if they were not raised yesterday, you would expect that no actions should have been taken on them until they were raised.
Is the Mahama transition team going to seek a halting of all recruitment and payments?
Of course, yesterday we demanded that all these recruitments be halted, all these payments be halted. The answer we got was that it will be revisited on Friday and that a committee will be set up to look into them. It is our belief that they would uphold their end of the deal. Like as I've indicated already elsewhere. You see, the incoming government will have the right to reverse or review these transactions insofar as they don't comply with Ghanaian law. And if you are going to recruit people without going through basic recruitment processes, without receiving applications from them, without interviewing them, without taking them through any recruitment process, surely it will be irregular. And any government would have the right to seek to reverse this and right it. So, and then also hold the officials who carried out these unlawful acts to account. So there is a remedy. But I think that where we have gotten to in our democratic journey, we should do things properly. You see, it is not everything that has to be legislated. I'm not one of those people who believes that every single problem has to be legislated upon. There are some things that people have to apply wisdom to. People have to apply sound judgment. You see, there's a reason why it is not everybody who gets into leadership position. Before you get into leadership, it is assumed that you have basic judgments around you. You are able to make determinations that make sense, that are in accordance with sound reasoning. But it does appear that where we are headed, we are probably going to have to legislate on everything. Maybe we have to put in our laws expressly that in the last quarter of an election year, no major decisions to be taken beyond statutory payments. In fact, I'm sure you are aware that even that 3-month budgetary period that is put in place in the final year of every government, that budget only covers statutory payments. That is debt servicing and payment of salaries and some other payments that have emergency implications. Beyond that, no discretionary payments are allowed. And it is for good reason. So that you don't bind the incoming administration with things that they don't know about. The same principle must apply to all other government business. Just bring it to the attention of the NDC side and make a case as to why there is a need to go ahead with this before government change. I don't think that this is too much to ask for. especially when the MPP itself has taken such a position in the recent past.
Right. Speaking of positions, one of the things that the presidency has announced is that, this government's officials do not have the right to purchase vehicles and so forth as they are leaving office. That is something that when the first Mahama administration was coming to an end, that option existed for some of its officials. What do you think?
That is true. That is true.
What do you think
I'm sure you recall that in early 2017, you interviewed me just when we left office.
Yeah.
And I told you my personal position on this matter. I don't think that government officials, when they leave office, should take their vehicles along with them. It is not fair. It is not right. I'm happy that President Kufuor has insisted that nobody should take their cars along. Indeed, President Mahama himself has stated that practice was going to come to an end in his tenure. So I think that we are aligned on that. There appears to be agreement and consensus on that between the Agri administration and the incoming administration. It will not happen under President Mahama between now and 2028. So that is fair. President Mahama has also spoken about S-Gracia. We are yet to hear from the president on whether or not he will allow the members of his government to take S-Gracia. I would have hoped that he would waive it, just as President Mahama has promised he would do, so that we have a fresh beginning as a people, and that those who govern have greater sympathy and sensitivity towards those that they govern. So I am happy that this has happened, and it is a tradition that should continue henceforth.
Right. I want to say a big thank you to you, Felix Kwakye Ofosu. I'm sure this is the first of many conversations we'll be having throughout this transition period.
Well, I'm prepared for it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And that is Felix Kwakye Ofosu. He's the spokesperson for the Mahama transition team. He also happens to be the incoming MP for Abra Asebu Kwamankese. All right, people, thoughts before we take a break?
Well, I made my point, already. At this point in time, when it comes to recruitment, you need to ask the question, do we have financial clearance for these recruitments? If we do not, you don't get into them. And also, political parties, because of the suspicion of, that they always do have. Unfortunately for us, we live in a country where once every political party comes into office, there are certain positions that its members would want to occupy because they believe that that is, payment for what they did. And it's actually part of our problem. Because the moment you give people positions, they see it as having already worked for it, and it's a time to reap.
Yeah,
but that reward. It's a reward, So, but that notwithstanding, if you don't have financial clearance and you are, recruiting in 2024 December, how are you going to pay them in 2025 January, for instance? Why wouldn't you wait, get financial clearance, and then go ahead with the appointment? If you had financial clearance previously, then the other question is, why did you have to wait till this time? That in itself is problematic.
Yeah,
because if you wait and now begin to do the appointments. Ordinarily, if we lived in a country with a very developed democracy, that wouldn't matter. Unfortunately, ours is that of suspicion. So it matters. And I've seen, I know people who lost their jobs, for instance. They had gone for interviews a year before the NDC lost the election. But the appointment letters only came after the NDC had lost the elections. After 6 months, all of them, their contracts were terminated.
Yeah.
All of them had their contracts terminated.
They didn't make it through probation.
You didn't make it through probation, so they just waited after probation. Then they were asked to go home. These people, some of them have been home for the past 6, 7, 8 years, are waiting to be back in office. Unfortunately, we run a system like this. And so you can understand where they're coming from. I would always say that at some point we need to come to an agreement that governance is a continuous process. So if there's financial clearance, you can recruit. If there is not, don't do it just because you've lost power. It doesn't make sense.
Over 700 jobs at the GRA, over 100 at Bank of Ghana. And the suggestion from Felix Kwakye Ofosu, which he says the other side has not denied, is that for many of these jobs, there wasn't even an applicant. Nobody applied, but they've been given jobs. I don't know, Mama B, thoughts on on this before we take a break?
Oh, I think you guys have said it all. I know that usually you have to get financial clearance before you do it. I guess the big issue is why you'd wait even after you have that clearance until the very last minute. It could be that it's just the schedule that was given, because in some cases I don't want to believe that the people taking the decision know that they are going to lose power. And again, we're assuming that it's only the political actors who take the decisions. But there are systems, there are structures. It could just be that it's a coincidence. But I get the suspicion, because we get to this point each time there is a change and everybody's thinking twice.
Yeah.
And then you do it to me, it is now time for me to do it to you.
The Hubtel payment,
but to not go through any procedure at all, that's abnormal. That's irregular.
You haven't even applied for the job.
You haven't applied for a job, but
that would
unless
be very
you've got
strange.
special skills, and maybe they are poaching you,
headhunting you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, the payment is also interesting, the Hubtel payment. So now we know the company. It's Hubtel. I know there are arguments on both sides on this one. If you owe, you owe. The question is, if there is an order of priority for paying your creditors, would you put Hubtel at the top of that list? So there are arguments in both directions. The other thing is this. You know that, what do they call it, the cash waterfall system? Is it a system for paying all suppliers of ECG, or is it for the IPPs? Right? Because, I mean, the cleaner, the guy who does the cleaning at ECG, must he wait for all the IPPs to be paid before his company gets paid? Or, the guy who supplies toiletries or whatever. Do you get my question?
We need more. We need to
there
see
needs
what
to be
the
some
agreements
explanation
are.
of how these things work, right? Whether they are all in the cash waterfall mechanism.
So the cash waterfall mechanism actually shows. So, I mean, there's an agreement on amounts that ECG is likely to generate, and the percentage that must go into the mechanism. The amount that the government must also, as in the Ministry of Finance, must also pay, and the sharing mechanism. So we know that. So if ECG is able to generate, say, this amount of money, this is the percentage it must pay. So ECG knows I have to pay this amount of money into the cash. That is minus your your OPEX.
Right.
So minus your OPEX. But this is the amount you're supposed to pay into the mechanism for us to use to pay the IPPs and others whom we owe.
So it's for the IPPs.
Yes.
You know, the acting ECG manager did disclose on Newsfile.
Gradeco, VRA, all of them. That's all of them. So Gradeco is for the past. So all those who supply power to ECG.
The value chain.
The value chain. Yeah.
The acting ECG managing director disclosed on Newsfile not too long ago that he had started the process of paying the IPPs weekly. So it will be interesting to know if this is also part of the the last minute payment that they are making. Has he been paying? Has he been making the weekly payments as he mentioned?
Right. From what Winston is clarifying, a Hubtel payment, to my mind, would fall under OPEX, right? Operational expenditure, depending on what service Hubtel is offering to ECG. And I believe it's a metering service. Am I right?
Yes. You see, and that would take me to a very important point. I didn't hear Felix saying this, but I can reasonably infer that this is a contract that has attracted a lot of criticism. This is a contract that we've had ASAP raise concerns about. So maybe even the amount involved will be a subject of investigation.
Right.
If that is going to be the case, then you don't pay. So they can actually raise concerns that we have doubts about the amount involved. Can you hold on? That in itself doesn't also say do not pay, because you see, if you go into a contract, but for them to be on the safer side, you say do not make payment, because the moment you make payment, we cannot come back and say we're going to take this, and we have to go around the court system and all of that. So hold on. When we assume the reins of power, we then would do a value for money audit. At that point in time, even the company in question can actually say, well, we are prepared to take this amount of money. That's something that happens. And you see, in the past, you've had conversations about it. We're going to do 1 billion. When we came, we did 4.6 million. We have saved you this amount of money. All of these are things that, an incoming government would want to do. So they say, do not pay. But if also, and it's always my point, that timing is the most important thing. If you waited till you lost power and payments that you're supposed to make, I mean, from my accounting perspective, from my accounting knowledge, payment is payment. I mean, transactions are transactions. Once the transaction is okay, you owe. I mean, even once the transaction is okay, once you sign the contract, you owe. So you also would have a payment plan. If that is not in the contract at the right time, because nobody signs a contract without putting in there, I mean, how they are going to pay.
But I hope that I hope that we're also mindful that these delays in payment could end up in judgment debts. So we could end up paying a whole lot more than we currently owe.
I was about to say that. I've got the ghost of judgment debt past running through my head right now. And I certainly hope that once a new government comes along, we are not going to see the fiddling around with contracts in a way that ends up incurring liability for the state. Because in the past, under Mahama, we were not that good at defending ourselves against judgment debt. In fact, we gave them away, didn't we? Somebody even called it create, loot, and share. So let's not go back there. Please, let's not go back there. As for the recruitment, the fact that they are stopping this recruitment so that when they can come and recruit their own people, kind of removes the the righteousness from it, because they just want to put their own people there at the end of the day. Let's take some messages. We'll be back after this.
Get ready, Ghana! It's time to celebrate 20 incredible years of eco luxury at Lumoon Eco Luxury Resort in November. Join us this November for an unforgettable customer event and the ultimate relaxation experience in paradise. We're making this milestone with exclusive tours, luxury stays, and events that highlight our commitment to sustainability and you, our amazing guests. Come be part of the magic and book your experience today at Lumoon Eco Luxury Resort, where nature meets luxury. Call us now on 0264-241-549 now. The Moon Eco Luxury Resort. 2 decades of service excellence. One exceptional resort.
When you want to eat, just Momo it. Tired of the long queues in the supermarket? Pay with Momo. When you really want that beautiful new blouse, just Momo it. When you want to get a trim and get fresh to impress you know who, just Momo it. When you need to pay your utility bills and domestic staff, Shani Momo. When you want to send love to the family back home, send some Momo. Join the millions of MTN Momo users all over Ghana and live life the brighter way. So just Momo it. MTN.
Logi Entertainment and Rat Rate Pack presents the maiden edition of Event of the Year 2024. This music concert, Event of the Year, will witness the legendary Daddy Lumba, Black Sheriff, Kofi Kinata, Wendy Shay, Famille, King Paluta, and many more. Performing live on the 25th of December 2024 at Rat Rate Park in Kumasi. Showtime is 7 p.m. sharp. For tickets and tables, call 050-6677-742 or 0244-602-800. This event is supported by Musically Yours and Logi Travel and Tours.
Music today from DJ Ubete. This one is DJ Viroski featuring Kiddy and King Paluta.
I am happy that in the last month and the last quarter of the year, the Ghanaian artists are releasing songs. Because I was actually wondering how we're going to have our music awards. Because there were, I look out for the new songs and I didn't find any hits in the last year. You know, so Conquer the Conqueror. Yeah, that's the number one song I know. But you know, and so songs like Makoma from King Paluta is a great one. Apeke not bad. Apeke not like the one that was used for the campaign. That became a, but not bad. Lomo Lomo is also not bad. Kiddy with that one. Then Stoneboy with, I think Stoneboy's biggest hit is what, JJJ. That is JJJ. Yeah, it's not. The wine and whatever is not the gospel. Yeah, that one is also a good one. That would be gospel song of the year. But we've not had good songs this year, to be very honest with you. And so the artists, they must back up. They're not doing good songs.
Are they not giving you what you say is commercial?
No, they are not giving us commercials.
Nasi's NDC song is trending all around the world.
Yeah,
the world, not just Ghana. Yeah.
Oh, Nasi, that's okay. Maybe he can use that to get something. But to be very honest,
what do you mean? I mean, he's making a lot out of that by virtue of the fact that his music is.
No, he's talking about awards.
I mean awards, not money. Because when it comes to, if you ask me today, who's going to be
awards without money?
Artist of the year, I don't know.
Hey, today is Elton Brobe's birthday.
Oh wow,
Elton. Oh, you know I'm his chief of staff.
You are the chief of staff.
Oh, okay. So you are doing the party on his behalf.
Joint News editor Elton Brobe.
Since you're the chief of staff, you're doing the party on his behalf.
But I haven't gotten any orders from my boss yet.
No, but you must surprise your boss.
Yes, you must take the initiative.
Mama V, why must everything be bring let me do?
And today is Aaron's birthday. Aaron, I could surprise right here.
Yes,
Aaron, happy birthday!
Our very own Aaron himself.
Yeah,
you can surprise him right here.
Yeah.
Go then surprise him.
But he's received the package. I'm not sure he knows where the package is coming from. So he's thinking about somebody surprised him already.
Yes, when you have several victims, you don't know where your vengeance will come from.
Last year the young man had an issue with the birthday cake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
No.
Yes, there was some slight confusion.
Some things are not said on air.
All we know is that
last year.
Ankoye mama.
All we know is that asem penipa.
Yeah, nipa nepa asem.
Dakro. Obi ni beti na agro negu.
Hey.
There's a song like that. Dakro ba kweni beti ama agro egu onia. Radio.
Na agro egu.
Well, the song said that Kwakye any better, but I didn't want to say that.
But I've said it for you. All right, now listen, the Kingdom Books and Stationery end of year furniture promotion is continuing, and you can go to any of their shops and get up to 15% off some wonderful stationery. Okay, so go to Tema, go to Akweje, Takrade, Cape Coast, Spintex, Atomic, Winneba, or Kumasi. You could also just go online. KingdomStoreOnline.com has all the discounts there. So hurry while stock lasts. If you want to know more, call 050-162-0810 or email info@kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books and Stationery, where quality and affordability are assured. Terms and conditions apply.
And Lucky Entertainment and Ratri Pack presents the maiden edition of Event of the Year 2024, this music concert. Event of the year will witness the legendary Daddy Lumba, Black Sheriff Kofi Kinata, Fameye Ken Paluta, Wendy Shea, many more performing live on the 25th of December 2024 at Ratri Park in Kumasi. It starts at 7 p.m. for advanced tickets and tables. Call 050-6677-742 or 0244-602-800. Come to the front desk of Adom FM, or you can use your phone to get a ticket. Dial *714*3003*4#. That's star 714 star 003 star 4 hash. This event is supported by Musically Yours and Logi Travel and Tours, media partners, or multimedia platforms.
So attention shoppers and fun lovers, get ready for an unforgettable shopping experience at Melcom as Melcom proudly opens its brand new store at the Accra Mall. Yes, mark your calendars from 5 p.m. on Thursday the 12th of December, that's today, to Sunday the 15th of December. Come and enjoy a massive 20% discount. Yes, you heard that right. Exclusive deals that will make your holiday shopping even merrier. But that's not all. Joining us to make the occasion even more electrifying is Ghana's sensational hip life superstar Sarkodie. Don't miss your chance to catch him live, bringing his vibes to the grand opening. Whether you're shopping for yourself, your family, or preparing for the holidays, the new Melcom at Accra Mall is the place to be. Melcom, where Ghana shops. Remember, terms and conditions apply. See you there.
All right, now here's another place I'd love to see you. Blue Moon Eco Luxury Resort. And they're celebrating 20 amazing years this November. So come along and enjoy exclusive events, luxury stays, and unforgettable experiences, all in the heart of nature. Join them as they mark this milestone with special tours, relaxation, and their commitment to sustainability. Don't miss out. Book your experience today. Call 0264-241-549. Call them now to secure your spot. Blue Moon Eco Luxury Resort. 2 decades of service excellence. 1 exceptional resort.
And you're invited to our 9 lessons and carols. It's happening on the 15th of December 2024, 6 p.m. at the Labadi Beach Hotel. Our lessons and carols will be interspersed with fun Christmas pop quizzes. So we'll see a lot of our audience go home with some Christmas packages, well packaged packages. There'll be lots of other surprises on the day. Attendance is free and open to everyone, but you need to reserve a seat, which is really important. Here's how you do it. Send INVITE, invite, and hashtag joy9lessons to 055-1111-997. So send invite INVITE and hashtag joy9lessons. Send it to 055-1111-997 or call 0302-216-540 to reserve a seat. Joy FM Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols, celebrating the joy of Christmas.
These days I hear a lot of carols being sung in my house.
Hey, in your house.
He's singing, and you come and tell me, but we 3 kings from when you orient, he sings, and then hold on, I've forgotten this other verse. He will sing up to where the gold from the gold and eyes left with frankincense and myrrh. And he says, I've forgotten that one. When I go to school, I'll go and learn it again. I'll come back.
Fifi will make up his own words. I was listening to him the other day. He thought I couldn't hear him. We 3 kings of Oriental tried to smoke a rubber cigar. It was loaded. It exploded into his face. I was like, hey.
I know where he learned that from.
Please. I didn't teach him that. Anyway, it's 9:53, and we're so glad you've stayed with us all morning for the Super Morning Show. It's been wonderful. We're back tomorrow with the Friday edition, which you really don't want to miss. But of course, you're going to stay with Joy until then, aren't you? Yeah, of course you are, because you're a discerning listener. Well, thanks for spending your morning with us. My name is Kojo Yankson. I'm the morning man.
Winston Amwa.
And my name is Mama Vio Swabwaji. Discerning listeners will certainly choose Hang My Boots, and I hope that Wobeta will drop.
Yeah. It's either Hang My Boots or yes sir, no sir.
Big funny,